And we say good morning to you. We are broadcasting live on the road today. As we are, we're at the Eagle Center Antique Store in downtown Elizabeth, the #1 antique store voted on by the viewers of WJHL Television. Again, redoing one of the booths here yesterday. Get ready for the show. So thank you to Miss Tammy. That's where we are broadcasting live again on this Thursday, the 22nd day of May. Of course, tomorrow would be Friday, kicking off Memorial Day weekend. Monday, no show. We'll be taking some time off, and so ready to go. Took some time off yesterday, too. So we wrapped up the tour schools at Harold McCormick Elementary from yesterday. So anyway, thanks for being with us. We are here ready to go. We got lots to talk about in the world of sports. More changes in college. We'll tell you all about that. More proposed changes, I should say, in college. NBA, the National Hockey League. Got a guy last night. He has been fined, which blows my mind. I can't comprehend it, but it is what it is. Over $400,000 in fines this year. How do you let somebody, well, we'll talk about that when we get to it. Major League Baseball, college football, got all that coming up, so stay with us. We also will take a look at what's going on with the spring fling down in Murfreesboro. Got teams still playing, some teams have been eliminated, so we'll have all that for you coming up here on show number 2293 on our way to 2300. Let's get it started with the national anthem, as we always do. And who gets to do it today? Let's see, here on show number 2293, let's bring in, Let Her Go, Turn Her Loose, Martina McBride with the national anthem on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets like a the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the home of the brave.
And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. Great job, Martina McBride. Let's go. Let's take a look at the spring fling. First off in baseball, Greenville in the winners bracket in 3A baseball. They will take on Upperman at 12:30 today. Greenville beat South Gibson yesterday, which was the #1 ranked team in the state in 3A baseball for the betterment of the season. It is double elimination. But they're in the winners bracket. So Greenville beats South Gibson 4-1. Upperman beat Chester County 4-0. So Greenville plays Upperman now for the Winners bracket game today at 12:30 in Murfreesboro. And Single A, University High still live. They beat Eagleville. Or I should say they play Eagleville. They beat Union City 5-3. Eagleville beat East Robertson 12-2. So University High and Greenville both in the winners bracket of the state baseball tournament, which is awesome. From our neck of the woods, hit the bell twice. There we go, hit it. Uh-oh. Do we ever broke it? Not again. Did we break that thing again? There we go. It was just jammed. There you go, 2 times. In Division II, Single A, the Providence Academy Knights are still playing baseball. They're in the losers bracket, but they're playing Knoxville Grace at 10 o'clock this morning, which is right around 11 o'clock now, so they're an hour behind us. And so they're going to be doing that here, as a matter of fact, right now. They lost yesterday to Columbia 1-0. Knox Grace losing to Clarksville Academy 6-0. So Providence Academy and those losers bracket, but still playing. They'll play against Knox Grace. They're starting that up right now in Murfreesboro. University High plays at 12:30 against Eagleville, and you got Greenville taking on Upperman at 12:30. So that's your baseball state tournament. In softball, 2 teams still going. North Green in the winners bracket. They defeated Dresden yesterday 13-9. Joe Burns, meanwhile, losing to Eagleville. So they're playing at 9 o'clock this morning. We'll try and get a score on that for you. North Green and Lady Huskies in the Single A state softball tournament winners bracket. So go North Green. Bring it back to East Tennessee. Unicoi County losing yesterday 1-0 to DeKalb County. They will take on McNairy Central at 9 o'clock their time. McNairy Central defeating Dyer County 7-2. The Unicoi County 1-1 lost one at the double elimination, so the Lady Blue Devils will do it again this morning at 9 o'clock against McNairy Central. 10 o'clock our time, so it's about an hour underway there. We will try and find out the score for you. That Dobbins Benton has been eliminated. They got beat twice in the double elimination. Rossview 5-2 and Page 5-3. So the defending state champ, the Lady Indians, are knocked out of the state tournament. In soccer, Cocke County knocked out. In Double A, they lose 7-0 to Station Camp. Now in tennis, you have all 3 of our local teams losing. University High lost 4-0 to Merrill Hyde yesterday in Single A. Science Hills guys and girls lost in the state championship. You know, they're state runner-ups. I mean, to me, that's a pretty impressive thing. Surely they want to go down and win it. I get that. The guys lost 4-3 to Hume-Fogg, and then the ladies lost 4-0 to Brentwood. But both Science Hills boys and girls were state runner-ups in tennis, which I think is a very awesome thing. We have scheduled some of the state champs coming in here from Elizabethton later on in the show. That's our goal, and that's we've reached out to them. They said they would, so hopefully they will. So they're going to come in and bring medals, I hope, and show Landry Buckles and Jamira Smalls coming in and showing their state championship. Buckles, 2-time winner in the discus, and Jamira Smalls gets her first state championship. She's only a junior, so hopefully she can repeat next year in the shot put. All right, let's take a look at the tennis playing today. The doubles in the state championship. You have Gavin Olson and Brady Weems, University High, playing against Cannon County today. You have Noah Bailey in the singles out of Providence Academy playing against a gentleman from MTCS this morning in the individual tennis in Murfreesboro. You have Emery Korpstein from Dobbins Bennett taking on Johnny Walpole from Houston. That is at Memphis, Houston at 10:30 this morning. Also individual tennis, Newt Raff and Shireen Paparetti, and I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that name, from Science Hill, playing in the doubles against a couple of guys from Tullahoma today. That's being played at 10:30, 11:30 our time, so they're getting ready to crank it up. Inslee Baker, Science Hill girls, singles against Maddie Evans of Walker Valley at 12:30 today, so good luck to her. And Graham Medford from University High. Graham will be against Carter Terry from Fairview at 9 o'clock this morning playing it. And so good luck to all these individuals, doubles and singles. I'm sure I got them all. And I think I did. And I did, yep. So good luck to all those youngsters playing and representing us in Northeast Tennessee down in the state tournament of tennis going on this morning. And so we'll see how those softballs are going, because they started the softball games a few minutes ago. So in fact, one of them's about an hour in, so we'll see how that goes. We're live here again at the Eagle Center. She's going to join us here in a few minutes. It is the #1 voted on antique store in all of East Tennessee, Northeast Tennessee, by the viewers of WJHL TV, which we certainly appreciate that. And so Tammy, who has done really a phenomenal job, she retired from teaching took over the store, and it's gone great guns in just a little over a year since she's had it. And so she will be with us coming up here in just a few minutes with some show and tell for Memorial Day, for the patriotic part of us, also for the 4th of July. In fact, the store is rapidly becoming Stars and Stripes, a lot of patriotic down here, which I love. And also Father's Day. In fact, Keith, one of the vendors here, has a booth full of tools that he's going to showcase to give you some ideas for Dad for Father's Day for some antique tools. So, hello to Judy Deloach. Hello to Amy Whitson. How you kids doing? We're here again at the Eagle Center in downtown Elizabeth. We'll take a break. We'll come right back, and we'll jump in and take a look at Major League Baseball. The Braves got rained out last night. They traveled back out of Washington back into Atlanta tonight to open up a big series tomorrow night against the San Diego Padres, one of the hottest teams in the league. And so we'll take a look at all Major League Baseball. Evan Carter on the shelf. He's injured. We'll tell you about that. And all that and some baseball next year on show number 2293. We're at the Eagle Center Antique Store in downtown Elizabeth.
One of our sponsors of the Tom Lewis Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Folks, never been here. What's going on at the Eagle Center? Tell me about it.
Well, we have so many good things going on. I have wonderful vendors who keep their booths stocked fresh and organized and neat and with new things all the time, great prices, a great selection. We have 2 floors and almost 50 vendors, and you won't see the same thing twice.
A waiting list to get here, downtown Elizabeth in the Eagle Center. Again, it is open, what's your hours?
We're open 10 to 5, Monday through Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Closed on Sunday.
Closed on
Pretty
Sunday.
obvious. So, anything you want, again, what's your little catchphrase you always say?
Things tell a story when people no longer can.
Mm-hmm. So, what's the neatest thing about the Eagle Center? You own the place. What do you think is the neatest thing?
There's so many neat things. You know, so many people have this idea of what an antique store is. We have a little bit of new, a little bit of old, and a lot of in between. It's clean. It's not musty and smelly. It's well lit. It's fun. I mean, there are so many things here to add character and conversation to your homes, gift ideas. We could go on and on. It's a really great store.
How do we find you on social media?
You find us on Facebook, the Eagle Center Co-op, and then on Instagram, it's Eagle Center Antiques.
And the magic phone number is?
The number is 542-6674.
Here you go. One of our great sponsors in downtown Elizabeth and the Eagle Center. Proud sponsor of the Tom Lewis Sports Show and Elizabethan Cyclone Sports.
Back on the Tom Lewis Sports Show. She'll join us coming up here in just a second. She's got show and tell. Let's take a look at SEC baseball. Tennessee will play at 3 o'clock today. The Volunteers, 15-10 win over Alabama, will take on Texas. That'll be in the quarterfinals today. Oklahoma plays Vanderbilt. You have Ole Miss taking on Arkansas. And let's see, I don't have the score in that last game. Auburn and LSU, I got to double check. You can get that for me. Send it to me, would you please? Because I went there and I couldn't. They didn't have it on there, so I don't know, for whatever reason. They played the late game last night. So Auburn was playing Texas A&M, and that winner gets LSU Friday. So scratch that. Today you've got Tennessee and Texas at 3. You've got Vanderbilt and Oklahoma in game 2 today. Tomorrow you have Ole Miss and Arkansas and LSU and either Auburn or Texas A&M. So you have 2 today going on. Tennessee and Texas, the Volunteers again, the 8th seed. Texas, the number 1 seed, will play that at 3 o'clock in Hoover, Alabama. Then the game to follow right after that will be Oklahoma, who is the 12th seed, taking on Vanderbilt, who is the 4th seed. That's today's games in the SEC tournament in Hoover, Alabama. All right, baseball is 2 plays where, again, Texas, as we told you, they'll take on the Yankees in New York. Evan Carter out until June the 10th with quadricep injury. Got a pulled or strained quadricep, so Evan Carter on the shelf until June the 10th. Texas will play the Yankees at 12:35 today. Other day games, San Diego, Toronto, Colorado hosting Philadelphia. The Athletics hosting the Angels. Under the lights tonight, Cleveland at Detroit. That's a good matchup there. Milwaukee at Pittsburgh. Baltimore and Boston. Atlanta and Washington. They do play tonight. I said they were traveling out, my mistake. They do play tonight. They got rained out last night. And Seattle will be at Houston. They still open up the series tomorrow against the Padres in Atlanta. So the Braves do play tonight at 6:45 on the mound. Well, I think it's Chris Sale. Let me double check here real quick. We're here live at the Eagle Center. She'll join us momentarily. And we also got some youngsters scheduled to come in from the state track and field championships. They brought home state championship medals, and so we're hoping they're going to be able to come by. We put out a word to them. It's the next to last day of school, and I get that. So let's see who's pitching today for the Atlanta Braves. I want to say it's Chris Sale, but I'll double check here. Nope, it's Smith Shawver against Williams. So Atlanta and Washington play at 6:45 tonight. That series wrap up in Washington before the Braves come back and battle as we said, the Padres starting tomorrow night. Hello, Derek Dave. How you doing? We are live here again at the Eagle Center. We'll take a break. She's going to join us. We got some show and tell. Also, as we said, got some youngsters. We have put out a word. It's the next to last day of school. But Landry Buckles won the discus state championship, and Jamira Smalls won the state shot put championship. So we put out an APB to have those youngsters come down here and bring their medals and talk to us. And so hopefully they will. Coach Diaz is working on that, and he says they're going more than likely to be here, and that's what we want. All right, the great folks right up the street, our halftime sponsor. We are 92 days away from kickoff. We're ready to go for our halftime sponsor again for football coming up August the 22nd. Will be Frankie Bailey and the folks at the Coffee Company.
The Coffee Company, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Douglas Sports Show. You sell coffee and lots of it. Tell us about the coffee here at the Coffee Company.
We do. So we sell lots of coffee here. We've got all of the lattes that you could want, chais, mochas. We have even hot tea. We sell coffee by the pound. So the Coffee Company, our name is the Coffee Company. So we do sell coffee. There it is.
There it is.
That's great.
Yep.
But we're more than that too. We're about community here. So when you come in to get your coffee in the morning or come in for lunch during the day, it's really about the community that you get to be a part of. Locals, people coming back to visit that used to live here. It's a great way to connect. Great place for business meetings, sit and study, sit and do work here. We have wireless internet. So there's lots of opportunity to enjoy the coffee and enjoy community.
Hours are open?
Hours we are open is 7 to 5, Monday through Saturday, and then we serve lunch from 11 to 3.
Social media, how do we find you?
Well, you can find us at our website at tncoffeecompany.com. Search for us on Facebook. We're also on Instagram, The Coffee Company.
And the magic phone number is?
Is 423-542-3438.
One of our great sponsors in downtown Elizabeth, and be loyal. Support the local businesses. The Coffee Company, proud sponsor of the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Elizabethton Cyclone Sports.
After a long, hard day at work, all you want to do is relax at home, right? But how can you possibly relax when your home's not comfortable? If you want to feel more comfortable at home, give Advanced Heat Pump Systems a call today. With over 30 years of experience and the most innovative solutions, you can rest assured that Advanced Heat Pump Systems will make your home more comfortable. Give them a call today, 926-2665, or visit them online at advancedheatpump.com.
I got to know when it's working and see it's working.
Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Stressed. Oh. No, Tim, I know he's watching. Tim,
Oh, here we go. Tim, I pray for you every
Tim,
night.
help me.
He might be busy today, though. He might not be watching. I don't know.
Brody Adams is. Hello, Brody. How you doing? Derek Nave said the girls are coming. I love it. From the Elizabeth track team. By the way, congratulations to Tyler. Okay, hang on a second. I'm going to get this right. He won the state championship pole vault from Happy Valley, and I meant to say it earlier, and I didn't. Tyler Bailey.
Oh, good for him.
He won the pole vault from Happy Valley. That is awesome.
That's hard.
If I knew how to get. Did you run track in high school?
I ran it in junior high.
Did you really?
But my son did pole vaulting.
Did he really?
Yeah.
That is hard to do.
It's hard.
So Tyler Bailey from Happy Valley is the state pole vault champion. We'll try to see if I can track him down and get him on the. See, school's going to get out. Everybody's scattered. Tomorrow's the last day. So I'll try to get him out here today, the Elizabethan kids, and they're coming. So that's good.
Yeah, you should have done it while school was in because they would love to have gotten a day out of school.
Coming out. I've tried. I really tried.
Just find them an
Tim,
excuse.
Tim.
Find them an excuse to get out of school. They'll do anything.
anything. You got it. All right, it's the #1 antique store in the Tri-Cities. If you come in here with good reason, it's awesome, well lit, everything's marked, lots of variety. How many vendors?
I have nearly 50 vendors.
Nearly 50 vendors. We have Keith. Keith's last name is
Davenport.
That's what I thought. Keith's going to join us here in a little while with some show and tell at his booth for Father's Day, some antique tools. So you have, gosh, it runs the gamut. Everything you can possibly think of in this store is here. 2 floors. Now, the Eagle Center, this is a really cool story. So people have asked me, why does she call it the Eagle Center? I said, I went out on a limb and I was right last time we were here. The Eagle Center used to be the Eagle Store, which used to be the old 5 and Dime,
The
right?
Eagle 5 and Dime.
Yeah, the Eagle 5 and Dime. So,
Yeah, a long time ago.
and it's still got the original stairwell going downstairs, and it's really a cool store. Well lit, got the AC in the summer, got the heat in the winter, so over 50 vendors, nearly 50 vendors. How many square footage? We
You asked me that last time. I have no idea. Sounds good to me.
8,000 to 9,000 square feet upstairs and downstairs. I love it. Wow, it's a lot of shopping. So we have show and tell. And hello, Brody Adams. How you doing, sir? There's a guy who gave us some great memories. Cyclone baseball. So back in the day. So what do we have? We have show and tell. What is our theme today, by the way?
Well, I brought some 4th of July, Memorial Day kind of things that you can use to decorate if you're having picnics or family gatherings.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the first one's Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam.
He's a primitive.
Yeah. Now, for those out there who have no clue what does a primitive mean?
Well, it's made to look old. It's like tea stained and a little worn and torn, and a lot of people like the primitives.
Yep. Uncle Sam. I like that. For $39.99. Stands right there. He's probably 2 foot tall, I guess.
He's
Just
cute.
give an idea. He is cute. $39.99. All right, there's that one.
Okay.
All right. We're doing show and tell for Memorial Day or July 4th.
And then this is just a vintage jar.
Love this.
And you just tie a red, white, and blue ribbon around it, and there you go.
Old mason jar with a star on it.
Yep, you've got table decor. You can put things in it, cute things in it.
$20, $10, nope. $4.50 for a mason jar. That's cool.
It is
Stick a little red, white, blue ribbon on it. Put some candy in that. Put some Skittles. Do you like Skittles?
I like M&M's better.
All right. She does. I forgot about that.
I
She likes
love
M&Ms.
M&M's. This is adorable. Would make a darling centerpiece.
Yeah, that
It's
is.
just a little blue
Cowboy
cowboy
hat.
hat
Yeah.
from back in the day. That's authentic,
Mhm.
not a reproduction. It's the real deal.
It is a real deal.
That would look adorable
Mhm.
as a centerpiece for a 4th of July or Memorial Day table,
Mm-hmm. $10.
or even in a nursery if you're doing a cowboy themed nursery for a little boy or a little girl.
You know Brianna Duggar?
Yes.
She's watching.
Yeah,
Very
she's
good.
one of my former students. That's Brad's daughter.
Oh,
Yeah.
hello,
Brad
Brad's
from
daughter.
Kentucky.
Very good.
She's a sweet one.
Yeah.
We have linens, different dish towels and linens.
Oh, look at this.
There's a big variety of those.
Heroes for our military. Heroes don't wear capes, they wear combat boots. We get on a soapbox for about 20 seconds. Here we go. Monday's Memorial Day. We go picnics, pools open. We do all these things. But why are we having Memorial Day? To honor those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. We could sit here and even do this kind of things in a free country. So remember that.
That's right.
Come down here. She's got flags, by the way. We'll see the flags in a minute. She's got these really cool, you call them primitive, rustic flags. What would you call them?
They're rustic stick flags.
Yeah, stick flags.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to say this: since we've had a change in the White House, I see more patriotism in this country. Whether right, wrong, or indifferent, that's the way I see it. I see more and more people wearing flags, showing flags, flags in their cars, flags in their yards. We've got to be proud of this country. It's the greatest country in the world.
That's right.
All right, here we
And
go.
along that same lines, one of our vendors has a lot of these. They're called Primitives by Kathy. They're just little blocks with little sayings on them.
All gave some gave all. Look how much this is. $6.99.
And we have a big variety of those that say different things.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. We're here at the Eagle Center in downtown Elizabeth and talking to our owner. Get with
This
us.
is your favorite.
I love this. I'm going to buy this. I'm taking this today with me.
It's so true. So true.
You're right. Here we go. Someday, here it says, this is a fire hydrant. It says, some days you're the dog and some days you're the hydrant. That's mine. I'm
Boy,
buying
is
that.
that not the truth?
Amen. Hit that bell. $5.99. Sold. I'm going to take that with me today. Some days you're the dog and some days you're the hydrant. That's out of here. Sold. Thank
And
you.
then we have a lot of little homemade pillows that are patriotic stars, and
Did you do these?
I did.
That's what I thought.
I wasn't going to say that. But
I love America. Look at here, $6 for that little pillow. Too cute. So, do you see that too? Is it just me? Do you see more people coming here and showing more patriotism?
I do, and I hope that's the case. You know, regardless of whether you like our president, whether you don't like our president,
Good point.
regardless of whether you think there's all kinds of conspiracies in the government, we still had men and women who went to fight for what they believed in. So, you
Well
know,
done.
whether you agree with everything or not, it's the greatest country in the world.
It is.
So, there's the stick flags you were talking about.
I love it. These go for how much?
They're
Six.
$6 a piece.
Check this out. An actual stick with a little, how would you describe this flag?
It's a quilted
Quilted
flag.
flag. Quilted flag. Love it. $6. Wow. You did these too, didn't you?
I did.
She's so artsy crafty.
Those are easy.
Yeah.
We should have a class on
No,
that.
they're not easy.
You could do
No, I could not. I couldn't
You
even glue, I couldn't even glue this on the stick right. It'd be upside down or whatever.
And got to give credit to Tim. He goes out and cuts the sticks for me.
Does
So,
he really?
Yeah.
Hub does. Good job, Tim.
Tim, the stickman Troutman.
Bless his heart. I love these. These are really neat. $6 for these. You got a
They're
bunch of them,
handmade.
don't you?
I do. Yeah.
Ton of them.
Well, I've restocked already several times.
Mm-hmm.
This is another little idea that you don't have to buy that here. You could just do that at home. Take a couple of books and tie a little string around them and make it look patriotic to decorate your end tables or coffee table or coffee bar.
$6 for that right there, folks.
Vintage books.
2 primer books and a ribbon around it. Really cool with America tagged onto it. Very nice. Oh, we got candles.
We have some great new candles. They're soy candles and they last a lot longer. They're not,
Oh,
you know, some people are irritated by candles, the scents, but the soy ones are not. So,
strawberry.
and that smells
Love
really
it.
good, doesn't
It
it?
does smell good,
This one
yes.
is Snuggle Baby. I don't know what that is,
Snuggle
but
Well, it'd be.
it almost smells like a dryer sheet, doesn't
Smells
it?
like smells like a little baby blanket.
Oh, baby powder. It does
Baby
kind of smell
powder.
like
Baby powder. Yeah.
Yeah.
Snuggle baby. How much are these, by the way?
These are $16.99.
$16.99 at the Eagle Center. All right.
And she has all different colors, all different scents. I just brought the two that match red, white, and blue.
Coming up, we do have, some more changes in college sports. And by the way, the ACC started holding out checks the other day. Don't tell me they're not making money. For each school in the ACC, the Virginia Techs, the North Carolinas, the Boston colleges, they're passing out checks now at the end of the year. What they're getting per school, unbelievable what they're making. Ooh, look at this.
Isn't that pretty?
That is gorgeous. $16 for this, folks. Red, white, and blue.
It's a pottery pitcher, and it has a saucer that goes with it.
Both for $16.
That would be beautiful as a centerpiece with some florals in it.
Here's the, get up there to see the stars. Goes just like that
So
for
pretty.
$16. Put you some flowers in. What kind of flowers you put in there? Artsy craftsy. What color?
White.
White? White
I
flowers.
would put white, I think.
There you go. And we have some white flowers right here, as a matter of fact.
Kind of cream, yeah. But
Sorry. I thought they were white, but apparently they're not. They're cream colored. So this is the Regis and Kathy Lee segment. I apparently am Kathy
You're
Lee.
Kathy
You're
Lee,
and
I'm
you're Regis.
Regis,
You
yeah.
got it. All right.
this is just a little head base I thought was cute to show that we do have new stuff and old stuff. This is an antique little head vase, and you could put little flowers in that, especially little weed bouquet that, you know, little kids like to pick the weeds and flowers and bring them in. And
$10 for that, by the way.
This
Oh, we
is-
got albums.
these are not patriotic. I just brought them because one of our vendors brought a new bunch of albums in,
Wow.
and they're in really good shape, and they're ones that you don't see all the time.
I've never seen this.
Isn't that great? Johnny Cash.
I've never seen this ever.
I love it, don't you?
The Ballads of the American Indian, Johnny Cash. Name of his album is called Bitter Tears for $8. Wow. Okay. Here's one. Backstage pass of the Little River Band, a double album.
We
Yep.
saw them in concert, Tim and I, not long ago at Niswonger.
They were good.
We knew every song they sang.
Sang.
They had so many hits.
Yeah. Little River Band, double LP called Backstage Pass. And it goes for a whopping price of $8. Check it out. You know, I know people who just buy the albums and buy the frame,
Oh yeah.
put them up on the
Yeah,
wall.
just
Got
for
a
display.
got a whole den full of them.
Some of their favorites, yeah.
This is really good. I had this one on CD once,
Oh really?
and it busted, or I sat on it or something. I broke it, so stopped. Paul McCartney, $8. This is back when he was married to Linda. So there you go. This is a new booth. Or got some new albums.
She's been here for a while. She just brought in a bunch of brand new albums. Well,
Okay.
new albums to the booth.
To the booth, yeah.
And then this is the last thing. I just thought it was funny.
Oh yes.
It's an advertising piece, but look who that hourglass is advertising by.
Irwin Memorial Funeral Home. That is cute.
Your
For
time's running
$7.
out.
Now there's a story. You want to hear a story about this?
Tell us.
All right. I went down back when I first started my broadcasting career and met John Ward. I called him up and said, I want to come down and watch you learn from the best. He had one of these on the counter. He said, you do this. There's an hourglass. By the time that goes through, at that point, you always give the score and the time
Oh.
and use this as a go-by.
Wow.
So don't let all the sand go through this hourglass. I give it the time and the score because that's what people want to hear.
Yeah.
So when I see this, that's what I thought of. I thought of the late John Ward, the best ever, in my opinion. So this goes for $7
But that's funny that I
That
think
is
it's funny.
funeral
It's from a funeral home.
from the funeral home.
Yeah. And that's
Irwin-
local history. Yeah.
Irwin Memorial Funeral Home. There it is, right there on the top of the hourglass for $7. It's made out of wood, by the way.
Yeah.
So how do we find you on social media?
Well, we're on Facebook, Eagle Center Co-op. We're on Instagram, Eagle Center Antiques.
Okay. We're getting ready to do a commercial, as a matter of fact. So we wanted to tell you about that. We're here live at the Eagle Center broadcasting. We're going to be joined with some of the track kids from Elizabethton High School that have been down and just got back late yesterday and brought home a lot of hardware. We have 2 state champions, Landry Buckles in the discus. It's his second time he won it.
Joe Landry, he was an Eastside boy.
Was he?
Yeah.
He won it this year. Won it as a sophomore. Last year he finished, I don't know who didn't win it, but he finished in the top 3 or 4, I think. So he's a 2-time state champion. He's due to be here. Jameer Smalls, the shot putter, who also plays basketball for the Lady Cyclones. She won the state shot put by inches, I read. I mean, just over the young lady from, I believe, Cherokee, just like milli-inches to win this thing. So she is scheduled to be in here, as well as the name girl's going to be here as well. So we're going to have a little representation of Elizabethton soccer track coming up here in just a few minutes. So here we go. Are you ready? Let's do
Are we
this
doing a
thing.
commercial?
We're getting ready to do it right now. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. You get to watch a commercial being made, folks, like right now. We're talking to our buddy again from Right here at the Eagle Center, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Tammy Troutman. A lot of antique stores out there. Why come to the Eagle Center?
Oh my goodness, there are so many reasons to come and visit the Eagle Center. We have wonderful vendors, nearly 50 vendors who have the best merchandise. They hunt, they pick, they're always changing it out, keeping it clean and fresh and new and interesting, and we have wonderful vendors.
Yes, you do. And we're going into the spring. We're in spring and summer. Great time coming down to downtown Elizabeth and shop here because the inventory changes all the time.
Yes, it does, and we have air conditioning, so you can come in, cool off, look at things, browse. We have 2 levels of just about everything you could think of.
Gift certificates?
We have gift certificates available. We have layaway available.
Yep, you can do those. Get a gift certificate. They can come back in and get what they want when they want, or do a layaway for down the road, even into the holidays. You can do that. It's all right here. The hours are open.
We're open 10 to 5 every single day except for Sunday.
Mm-hmm. And where do we find you on social media?
We're on Facebook and then Eagle Center Antiques on Instagram.
And the phone number we have to call to find out,
The phone
talk to
number
you?
is 542-6674.
There you go. One of our great sponsors here on the Tom Douglas Sports Show and on Cyclone Sports, the Eagle Center in downtown Elizabethan. Boom.
We did it.
You did it. Good job. Doug Henshaw's watching. Love
Hey,
Doug.
Dougie.
Dougie. Love Dougie.
Dougie.
Judy Little's watching. Patsy Lyons is watching. Jonathan Morton, Brody Adams, Derek Ney, Amy Whitson. Hey, I know her. She's from next door. Judy Deluxe, Sonia Carden. Yeah, got all these folks that are watching. Thank you. So there you go. Doug's watching. So if you want to say a prayer for somebody, say a prayer for Doug because Doug lost his mama.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're being serious. I thought you were going to say a prayer because you're always saying say a prayer for Tim Troutman because he has to live with me.
Oh,
You're being serious.
I'm being serious for once, yeah.
Doug just lost his mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how tough Doug, I can't imagine. He preached his mama's funeral.
He did, and his wife said he did a great job.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
Yeah.
But that'd be tough. Very tough to preach your mama's funeral. But he did. It doesn't surprise me because Doug's a great guy.
He is.
Just got in Alabama for the Tennessee-Texas showdown at 3 o'clock. There you go. So he's down there watching the Vols and the Longhorns at 3. Number 1 seed at Texas, number 8 seed Tennessee. Going to get after it. And so go Vols, go GBO, go Big Orange. So there you go. Hello, Jeffrey Scout. So has there been a trend, before we take off and go to the break into some more sports, has there been a trend? What folks are looking for this time of year?
You know, you think there's a trend, and then when you've got it figured out, it changes up. A lot of people are buying, for some crazy reason, ducks are back. Ducks from the 80s. I posted some pictures this morning. My mom had a kitchen full of ducks. My sister-in-law had a kitchen full of ducks. And now they're back. So people are looking for the ducks. People are always looking for Pyrex. Cast iron. Keith will show you some cast iron in a little while. And furniture. We've been selling a lot of furniture. People are remodeling, they're redoing, they're refreshing, and they want something old of good quality that's going to look nice in their home. So we've sold a lot of furniture lately.
Right here's some, I call them hurricane lamps.
Mm-hmm.
You sell a lot of those?
We sell a lot of Gone with the Wind, hurricane lamps, a lot of oil lamps. We sell a lot of oil lamps.
And with good reason. I mean, we could have, I don't think we did. Did you lose power the other night? We didn't. I didn't.
No.
But if you lose power, you know, and you only got flashlights, but some kind of a throwback is one of those old-fashioned oil lamps, but that actually burn. So there's all kinds of stuff in here. I mean, it goes up and down. This is the one I like because I bought it. Some days you're the dog, and some days you're the hydrant.
Nothing more true.
Oh yes, love it. You gonna come back in a little while? Keith's gonna come back. Is that
Keith
right?
will be here.
All right, so they are here, folks, again, and I got news yesterday from a fairly reliable source that the bridge, they're looking at probably possibly July or August getting back open,
Wow.
and that will really open things up here. But, you know, folks have accepted what we've got for the time being, so they're coming down shopping downtown, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, we just have to do the best with what we
Sure.
have, and people have been very resilient, and
Yeah.
and I'm proud of our little town for, you know, that was a hard blow to
Oh,
lose a bridge.
absolutely.
Of course, we, you know, didn't have it as rough as some of our neighboring counties, but it's been good.
Yep, it has been. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. The Eagle Center Antique Store. We'll be right back after this from Double C Western Supply. Got more sports coming right after this. Thanks. We'll be right back after this on the Tom Dolan Sports Show at the Eagle Center Antique Store in downtown Elizabethton.
And again, with Double C Western Supply, a lot of Western stores out there. What do you feel like separates Double C from all the other competition?
I feel like there's a lot of things that separate us. Our customer service, I feel like we help our customers very well. I feel like we're very friendly, and at least we try to be. We strive to be a friendly, family-based business. I also feel like our prices are very good. I feel like we try to keep our prices and our merchandise to a point that the whole family can shop here. And I mean, some things do have to be a little more expensive just because of the nature, but I feel like we try to keep our prices down low enough. And just we're always just striving to get the newest merchandise, the best merchandise that we can for them, and just we just try our best to do the best we can all the time. So I feel like, mainly that our customer service and our prices kind of differentiate us.
There you go.
Yeah.
Double C Western Supply on Railroad Street in Elizabeth. And again, social media, they're there, and also the website, doublecwestern.com. So, proud sponsor of the show, Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Miss Diane and the great folks at Double C Western Supply in Elizabeth. And be loyal, buy local, buy it in Betsy. Amazon doesn't sponsor your ball teams, but Double C Western Supply does.
All right. We ready for story time? Yes, Warren?
Mrs. Turner, for your last day, we would like to tell the story.
Okay.
Once upon a time, in this town, a little girl named Meredith Turner was born. And she grew up right here.
She went to this very school and graduated right here. She went away for a short time to learn to be a teacher.
But she came back to teach right here.
She got married and raised a family right here. Our moms and dads had you as their teacher right here.
And we do too. So right here, we'd all like to say,
We love you, Mrs. Turner!
And back at the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. Do have some tracksters, I should say, from Elizabethton High School to talk to us coming up here in a little while, and we're looking forward to that. NBA last night, Tyrese Halliburton, they did it again. Indiana Pacers, wow, they were down 14 points with less than 3 minutes to go in the game. They force overtime, and they win the game. Wow, 138 to 135 in overtime, game one of the Eastern Conference Finals. Indiana does it again. Hello, Buster Snyder in West Virginia. How you doing? Hello, Coach Shipley in Middle Tennessee. How you doing? Now, Minnesota and Oklahoma City play again tonight, game 2. Hello, Linda Stanberry. How you doing? So, Anthony Edwards fined $50,000 for using the F-bomb during the postgame interview. The Wolves lost to Oklahoma City the other night, 114-88, got blown out by 34 points. So Anthony Edwards goes to the microphone and just goes off, just rips. And so he gets fined $50,000. Now here's what I don't get. Anthony Edwards, the 23-year-old's total bill on fines this year, $430,000. Almost $500,000 this guy's been fined for or paying in fines. Hello, Reba Whitehead. How you doing, lady? Why? Would you not get by with that? Why do they allow, why $430,000 in fines just this year by the NBA for what he's done wrong? In this case, cussing in the post-game interview, dropping the F-bomb. I don't get it. I don't understand it, but I guess it's above my pay grade. Why would you let somebody continue to do that? $430,000 in fines. You know, they go on about Draymond Green for the Warriors. Okay, he ain't not as bad as this guy, I wouldn't think. Of course, he gets a lot of technical fouls. But in the National Hockey League last night, Edmonton, Dallas. Dallas leads that best of 7-1-0. They skated past Edmonton, doubled them up 6-3. Tonight on the ice in the Stanley Cup playoffs, you have Florida and Carolina game 2. Florida leads that series 1-0. They'll skate tonight in Charlotte. Florida up 1-0 in the best of 7 there. We told you Tennessee baseball. Tennessee and Texas at 3 o'clock. Number 8 against number 1 seed. And then Oklahoma, the number 12 seed, will take on the number 4 seed Vanderbilt. In the other game today in the SEC tournament in Hoover, Alabama. It's a baseball tournament. All right, we talked earlier about the moolah. Unbelievable kind of money. You say, well, is college big sports, big money sports? Absolutely, you know that. Preaching to the choir. But the ACC doling out checks for 2024 year comes to an average of $45 million a school. $45 million they're getting. You say it again. $45 million per school. Virginia Tech, Boston College, North Carolina State, Wake Forest, the ACC schools, everybody gets $45 million. That's a lot of money. No, not when you compare it up against the other two. The revenue distribution puts the ACC in third place, but the SEC and the Big Ten are even bigger than that. The Southeastern Conference doled out money even more. They're right at like $54 million a school. So it's huge, folks. Big, big, big money. And it's a juggernaut. It's not going to stop, of course. So anyway, the ACC passing out $45 million on the average to their schools in the conference. SEC did $53 million. Big Ten did $54 million. Big bucks. All right, so we told you the story on Tuesday show. We were pizza in. About how they're going to come up with a college sports commission is going to make the conferences, the Power 4 schools will be required to sign the contract or risk expulsion from the leagues because legalities, there'll be lawsuits flying. Well, guess what? That's what they've said. The schools have come out and said, because if we don't agree how things are shaping up, because it's still not done yet with this House versus that NCAA settlement, still not been finalized. And so these schools have come out and said, now, no, you're not going to force us to sign anything. And if we don't sign it, you're going to kick us out of the league, and the other schools in the league won't play us. They said, no, we have attorneys to take care of that. I told you. It's going to get crazy, and it is getting crazier by the day. Just because the school can't sue the College Sports Commission, if it signs on, doesn't mean a state attorney general couldn't do it. Told you. Take Tennessee, for example. Last week, the state of Tennessee, we talked about this Tuesday, it passed a law prohibiting violation of federal law. Let me read that again. Passes a law, the state of Tennessee, prohibiting its schools inside the state of Tennessee from participating in any regulation that restricts athlete compensation, which would be in violation of federal law. So that tells you either you sign this contract as a school, you can't be in our conference, and we're not going to let our other conference schools play you. Ding, phones go ringing, and promise you. He's going to join us coming up here in just a few minutes. Let's take a look at some more Major League Baseball. The Detroit Tigers out of the gate. They're 33-17. They have the best record in Major League Baseball through 50 games for the first time since 2006. You have the Tigers, the best record in baseball for Detroit since 2006, 19 years ago. They're playing very, very well. We are here live again at the Eagle Center, broadcasting live again on this Thursday morning. And let's see, I want to give a shout out. We appreciate Tammy coming by. And here we go. She probably want to see that right there. So, hello, Krista Britt. How you doing, lady? Arlene Townsend. Did you really? You taught Krista Britt? You taught Krista Britt in 5th grade. Wow. Now she's got Braylon and got 2 boys. There you go. I just saw Braylon just do football practice, went up and streamed some practice. He is a good one. You're a good one, too. In fact, the young lady, we were down at Eastside last week, and I said, what's been your favorite memory of Eastside Elementary? I said, who's been a teacher really impacted you? Her last name is Parmenter. She said, Miss Troutman. She did? On the air, live. Isn't that sweet? You remember her first name? Yep. You remember which one you had? Hmm? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I had them all.
Did you?
Cammy, Cosson, Riley, and Caleb.
Yep. There you go. Miss Troutman was her favorite teacher. Miss Troutman's been out of there for 2 years now. It's hard to believe. All right, let's take a look at the Major League Baseball standings. The Yankees lead the Blue Jays by 5. The Red Sox to 5.5 in the East. In the Central, Detroit, as we told you, the best record for Detroit since 2006. Got the best record in baseball. How about that? 33-17. The best record of the Bigs. They lead Minnesota by 5.5 and Kansas City by 5.5. In the West, the Seattle Mariners lead Houston by 3.5. The Rangers, again, Evan Carter on the shelf now to June the 10th with a strained quadricep. The Rangers are 4 games out in third place. In the National League, the Phillies lead the Mets by a game and a half. Phillies are flexing their muscles. They're playing some good baseball. Are they the second best team in baseball? They are. At 31-18, Phillies lead the Mets by a game and a half. The Braves are 6.5 back. Hello, JoJo Bradley. How you doing, sir? Here's a blast from the past. What a great ref he was. Golly, Neds. Him and Runt. I always liked when they were out on the floor. When I was broadcasting the game, they were ever refereeing. They sold the call. They came to the scores table and they didn't monkey around. They did it and they did it right and they sold the call. And I always appreciated JoJo back in the day, and he was a basketball official. Hello, Eugene Bird. How you doing, sir? So Detroit leads, as we said, Minnesota by 5.5, Kansas City by 5.5. I already jumped down. Never mind. Into the National League, Philadelphia, a game and a half better than the Mets. Braves are 6.5 out. In the Central, the Cubs lead the Cardinals by 3. It's a 2-horse race right now there. In the West, the Dodgers have opened up a little bit of a lead. It's a 2-game differential now between they and the San Francisco Giants. The Padres are 2.5 back. Padres will be in Atlanta tomorrow night. Braves play tonight. Smith-Shawver on the mound for Atlanta tonight. And so the Braves will be in Atlanta to open up a series tomorrow night against the Padres. Let's give you the verse of the broadcast. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. We unashamedly do that. And here it is. By the way, I met yesterday Larry and Carla. Oh, gosh. Oh, I wrote it down. I left it at home. Boyd, maybe? Larry and Carla Barnes or Boyd? Oh, gosh. Met them yesterday. I was at Big Dan's having lunch. Anyway, they said they appreciated giving me a Bible verse every day. So here it is. Here's today's out of the Old Testament, Lamentations 3:55-57. Listen to this one. I called on your name, O Lord, from the depths of the pit. That means you're having a bad day. You heard my plea. Do not called you, and you said, talking about the Lord, do not fear. Wow, that's awesome. Where's that bell? We're to trust him as he loves us and hears us. Our pleas and prayers do not go unheard. Remember that. Thank you, Lord, for hearing our prayers. Lamentations 3:55, 56, and 57 are the verses of the day here on the broadcast. I called on your name, O Lord, from the depths of the pit. You heard my plea. Do not close your ears to my cry for relief. And he says, you came near when I called you, and you said, do not fear. The good Lord said, do not fear. I got this. I love it. Verses of the day here on the broadcast. So the Braves have the Padres tomorrow night, and opening that weekend set in Atlanta. So that's what's happening in Major League Baseball. So the best team right now is Detroit, and the second best team is Philadelphia. It's interesting. Things have changed a bit at the top of the leaderboard. And clear the old throat. We are live here again at the Eagle Center, downtown Elizabethton. Let's talk about Milligan University, the Buffaloes. For the first time since 2022, Milligan has won the Deward Walker All-Sports Trophy. That's awesome. The Buffaloes with 406 points across the state. 2024-2025 athletic seasons to return to the top spot over Reinhardt. you get points for where you place in all the different sports. And so Milligan brought home conference title as the men's outdoor track and field team, got 30 points towards the standings. Women's golf picked up 20 points for a third-place finish. Fourth-place finishes for both men's and women's tennis. Women's outdoor track and field and baseball also crucial for the Buffaloes to get it. Fifth year, the current point system has been used, and so teams earn points based on their regular season finish. There you go. So the Milligan University Buffaloes win it. They've captured the Appalachian Athletic Conference Deward Walker All-Sports Trophy. We hope to have our athletic director on next week, Christian Pope, who does a wonderful job. And so they win it. They did well across the board in all the sports for the whole athletic season. And as we said, you get points based on where you finish in the regular season, your team. And so they got themselves number one in the conference. That is awesome. Love it, love it, love it. So the track and field team are in Marion, Indiana as we speak. So Bryn Woodall, Ellen Mary Kearney doing well already. Later in Milligan's 4x800 relay team able to take the victory in their heat. So they're cranking everything up. They come back on the track today at 2:50. So it's an all-day event today, tomorrow, and Saturday. The heats were yesterday. They're cranking it up at the NAIA National Track and Field Championships at Marion and Indiana Wesleyan University in Marion, Indiana is where they are. Chilly conditions. It's cold outside here today, too. It's got a little bite to it to be Memorial Day weekend going in. So cool. Beats the snow, tell you that. Hey, man, how's it going? Good, how are you? I'm doing great. We got folks in here shopping. We love it here at the Eagle Center downtown. Hello, Lauren Ayers. How you doing? So the NFL, before we go to the break, NFL is officially going global. And we told you last week they got 7 games international coming up this season. They're going to be in Germany, going to be in Brazil, going to be in Spain, going to be in London. They're going all over the place. I think I got them all right. I'll leave anybody off and see. Spain, Brazil, Germany, England, Dublin, Ireland. They're playing Dublin this year. So to add to that, NFL votes to approve potential player participation in the 2028 Summer Olympics in L.A. Flag football scheduled to make its debut at the L.A. Games, and now players of the NFL have the green light to try out for an Olympic team on the world's biggest sports stage. That just broke yesterday, or actually Tuesday. Came out yesterday. We took yesterday off, so we would have had it yesterday. But that means now that each Olympic flag football roster can include no more than one player from the same NFL team. For example, Team USA could deploy one player from each, both the Cowboys and the Kansas City Chiefs, but not multiple. Just one from each team. Olympic flag football competition is set to consist of 6 men's teams and 6 women's teams, each composed of 10 players per team. Those teams will square off in a 5-on-5 format currently used by the NFL flag, the league's official flag football program. So the NFL has said their players can go now and be in the flag football in the Olympics coming up in 2028 in L.A., which is interesting. So, and I'm sure they're going to do it, and I'm sure they're going to be good at it, helping us bring home the gold to the United States. On a sad note, Indianapolis Colts owner Jim Irsay died in his sleep last night at the age of 65. Came to the Colts owner and chairman and CEO in 1997 at 37 years old. Oversaw the franchise win a world championship in 2007. Also, Jim Irsay, under his leadership, the Colts made 16 total playoff appearances and won 2 AFC championships. Over and above on top of the Super Bowl. Jim Irsay, 65 years old, went to sleep last night, didn't wake up. As we tell you on this show, hand breath, a vapor, here for a little while, you don't know. You just don't know. He went to sleep, didn't wake up. So there you go. Jim Irsay, the owner of the Indianapolis Colts, passing away last night at the age of 65. Went to sleep and did not wake up. Tom Taylor Sports Show. We are here live. We'll take a break. We'll be right back after this from our title sponsor, Ford of Elizabethton, on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Ford of Elizabethton, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram.
So here's the deal. An opportunity presented itself for me to come check the dealership out. They said it might be for sale. My wife, my mother-in-law, both of my sisters happened to come last September, and we ended up at the Covered Bridge event, and we just thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, it was a blast. We weren't planning on being there for that. It just so happened the time that we came, the Covered Bridge event was going on, and we just loved it. We loved the community, we loved the energy, the vibe, and we felt like it would be a great opportunity for us to serve the community. Because every time I look at a store, I always look at how can we improve the community, how can we create jobs, how can we improve the business, and the upside was so tremendous in the Elizabethton community. I just felt like we could come make a big difference, and we've been able to do it.
You have. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram of Elizabethton. Social media, how do we find you?
So Ford of Elizabethton, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram of Elizabethton. We're on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. We're everywhere, and we're ready to serve the community, sell cars, and make some happy customers.
Amen. What's the hours you're open, sir?
So we're open at 7:30 in service, and we're open at 8:30 in sales. We stay open till 7.
Our title sponsor, the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports, Ford of Elizabethton, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. We're talking to our sponsor again, Daryl Cannon from Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings, proud sponsor of the Cyclones and Tom Taylor Sports Show. So for folks who've never been here, tell us all about Cannon's. What's it all about?
Oh, goodness. Family-owned business. We are always a Cannon's in-house usually. I mean, we're here for our customers. We want to support our community. We love our little town. Elizabethton is such a sweet place to live in, and we got 4 grandkids. They're all involved in sports, softball, baseball, volleyball, soccer. So we enjoy that aspect of our community and enjoy our customers. We love to see people come in and love to talk to them and just have a good time.
42 years. So how do we find you on social media?
We have a Facebook page that is tremendously visited. We have probably around 15,000 followers each month, and that's a good way. CannonsHomeStore.com is our website. Full picture catalog of, I think there's 1.2 million things on our website.
Wow.
Now, we don't have all that in the store, but it just shows how much we can get. Have a lot of things of it in the store, but we don't, of course, don't have room for a million products.
Hours are open?
Open 10 to 6, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 on Saturday. This coming next Friday would be open until 8 that night. It's the downtown Thirst Friday event. Looking forward to that.
And the phone number?
423-543-6937.
One of our great sponsors again right here at the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. The great folks right here at Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings in downtown Elizabethton. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, look who stopped by. This man, he eats, sleeps, and drinks antiques and Tennessee football. So what, Keith Davenport, how long you had a booth here?
Yeah, had a booth here probably about 8 or 9 years, probably. But when it was Antiques on Elk with Ronnie McLeod, I was there about 30 years.
Awesome.
With him.
So you've been around antiques for 35, 38, 39 years,
yes,
right?
Yes,
awesome.
Yes.
So, Tennessee football, what do you think?
I think we'll be better than what some people might think. So, possibly 9 wins. 9?
Mm-hmm. We'll go 9-3.
Yes.
10-2. We'll see. Hello, George Fortner. Hello to Reva Tidwell. Hello to Jonathan Morton. Hello to Patsy Lyons watching the show. Lauren Harris, Scott Morgan, Ava Rogers, Carl Wilson, Greg Bradley, Darlene Todd. Keith's got a booth here. And it's show and tell time because Father's Day is right around the corner. You got some old tools. Yes. Show us some of these old tools.
Okay.
And you want to start with the Royal Crown thing first? You want to get that out of the way?
Can.
Yeah. This thing is really cool.
Yeah. I don't know
Don't move. I want to see how much it is first. It is $299. It's the original metal. It's the original Royal Crown RC Cola, part of the machine, right? So
Yes.
that's sheet metal off one of the side of the
Yes.
machine
It is.
for $299.
Yes, and we have in my booth. I have a lot of agriculture signs, a lot of drink signs.
Yep.
Just a lot of signs. Period.
Period, yep.
Yes. So that's and then like as far as tool wise.
Yep. Look at them coming in here. The
Yes.
track stars are here. Look at them. I love it. They're going to come talk from Elizabeth. All right, here's the old Buckeye hatchet for $24. Now, people buy tools all the time, don't they?
Yes,
It's
they
a big
do.
deal. Yeah.
Yes.
So,
yes, and have Scout, Plum, just different name brand, good old hatchets. So.
Now, do they use them or put them up on the wall for display
Yes.
or both?
Well, some maybe you got collectors that just collect different ones.
Right.
And what I call like, if they've got like, well, right here, which would be right in here, like a big embossment.
Right here? Okay.
Those are highly collectible.
All right.
So you got like Black Raven, different ones, which Black Raven would probably be the top of the line. Collectible hatchets. So
there you go. If you're wanting a hatchet that's got an emblem of a company on it, it's going to go up in value, right?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
$24 for this, for Father's Day, or for any time. I'm going to sit there right over here.
And this is a primitive draw knife.
Now what? I've never seen one of these. This is for $44. What do you do?
Yes.
You pull it towards you. Is that right?
Yes.
Go
And
like this?
more than likely, that is a Cooper's draw knife, which a Cooper is a barrel maker.
That's what you use this for?
Yes.
Make barrels?
Yes. That would be a barrel maker's.
How cool. Never
Draw
seen
knife.
one of these before.
Yes.
Yep, there it says. Primitive draw knife for $44 right there. So people, do they still make barrels, you reckon?
Probably more than
Probably
likely they do.
All right. Look good on it.
That is a plum axe. And that is, you have people, I have people that comes in here that wants to buy good axes to use. But there again, if it's got the big embossment on it and stuff,
Right here.
those are highly collectible.
Awesome.
Yes.
This one goes for $32. You got a booth here in the store at the Eagle Center where we are.
Yes.
And so we're giving you some thought starters for any time, but Father's Day is right around the corner. Old Dad like to have maybe an old antique tool.
Yeah. And this is a Stanley Plane.
Oh, cool. We'll hit the microphone.
Yes. That's a number 8. And Stanley made different sizes. You've got a 1, a 3, a 4, 4.5, 5, 6, goes up to an 8, and those, different sizes and different things in the Stanley planes, controls what the price is.
How neat.
So I think that one is number 8, and I think it's 139. Is that correct?
It is 135.
135, and then you've got like a number 4 or number 5 or number 3 plane in the Stanleys, which are good user planes that I've got, and they're around 60.
There you go, folks. These are available right here at the Eagle Center. We'll sit this right over here out of the way. Okay. What else we got over there?
I do a lot in advertising, Tom. This is people that collects petroleum. That's a 5-gallon oil can, Unity.
From Unity Oil. Retails for $58.
Yes.
Now, people just put these on display?
Yes,
They would actually
they like
use
to
them.
put them up like they might have a garage or something.
Man cave.
Man cave
Sure.
that they put it in, and that's a 5-gallon oil can.
You have all kinds of these different
I've
ones.
got all
you can put-
kinds different mobile, Pennzoil, different ones, and this is like a 2-gallon oil can, and that's a Unity. That one's from Nashville, Nashville, Tennessee, and I've got quite a few different brands in those $2 cans or the 2-gallon cans.
The Elizabethan Tractors are here. They're going to talk to us in a few minutes. They just came back from Murfreesboro and brought home a lot of hardware, which we're proud of. Also, we want to say thanks, congratulations to Tyler Bailey. Want to make sure I don't leave him out. Tyler Bailey won the state pole vaulting championship from Happy Valley High School. So we'll make sure he gets proper props because he brought back some hardware too. State champ, that's a big deal.
Yes, big deal.
Oh, big deal. So we got him here. The girls are here and the guys are here. We're going to talk to them here in a minute.
Okay.
From the track and field. And Coach Preslin's going to be with us tomorrow at Food City. He couldn't get here today, so he said he'd come tomorrow and talk to us. You know Jim Presnell?
Yes, I do.
Oh, yeah. Everybody knows Coach Presnell.
Yes.
He'll be with us tomorrow on the show. Maybe I can get Coach Birchfield to come be with us tomorrow, too, at Food City. That'd be nice. She's a big part of our track and field team. Now, here is, as far as the coach, Wagner Ware, a 0. This is cast iron, right?
Yes, and that is Sydney, Ohio. That's an earlier one. I'm a big cast iron guy, and I deal in, the old, like that skillet there, probably 30s to 40s. And what I deal in is more or less that's good cast iron that's got a good name on it. There's different brands, back in the days. So
now again, do people use these, or they put them up on the wall for display, or both?
There again, I have a lot of people that comes in that buys that wants good user skillets to buy to use, and then I've got people that come in that collect. And they made different sizes in these skillets and stuff there, and they might be trying to complete a set,
Really?
Yes.
How neat. So this goes for, what would you say? This is a 1055 with a heat ring for $59. What is a heat ring? Tell us
The
what
heat
that is.
ring, this is this ring around here,
Okay,
and
right
that kept the skillet up off the stove.
Oh.
Just let it where it wouldn't heat it up so much.
Never knew that.
Yes.
Mama used to cook on these.
Oh yes.
And Grandma.
Yes.
All the time.
Yep. I still make my cornbread.
Do you really?
In one. Never wash it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't never wash your cornbread skillet.
Oh, really?
No, just wipe it out, oil it down,
Keep on trucking.
and keep on trucking.
So she used to make eggs. And I always thought it tasted better or different when she made those eggs in an iron skillet.
Oh yes.
Maybe it's just me. I don't
Yeah.
know. So-
Actually, if you've never cooked a steak in an iron skillet.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's awesome. Yes.
Really?
Yeah. Now here, Tom, is one of the most highly collectible skillets they are. And this is a Griswold, what they call a Griswold big block. And when you turn it over and look at it, you're going to see why.
Oh, I see it. Made in Erie, Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Cast
and
iron
that,
skillet.
And that skillet is from the 20s.
See if I can show you that. See the an angle. See the Griswold logo, I guess, or design number. Is that number 8?
That's a number 8. And there again, they made from 0 all the way up through a number 20.
Oh, really?
So they've even got a Griswold club nationwide. So they made a bunch of different stuff, and those skillets are highly collectible.
Hard to find.
Hard to find, and I sell, quite a few of the Griswold products in here.
Yeah. This one goes for $99. That's a huge. Put a lot of eggs in that, couldn't you?
You could. Yes.
We could go back here and reckon Tammy could make us some eggs.
She probably could.
Can she cook? Can you cook? Okay.
And then, Tom, this is a Griswold. This is a griddle, and you're going to look. It's a small logo, and this skillet is from the 40s.
Wow. This goes for $89. Did you see how fast I said, "Can you cook?" She went, "Yes."
Yeah. We'll have to ask Tim on that.
I've never been invited over, so I don't know. We'll have to ask Mr. Troutman. So this is a Griswold cast iron skillet griddle from Erie, Pennsylvania, and it is nice.
Yes.
Look at that. Look how
Showed are very usable.
Yep, that's awesome.
So, and very collectible.
Yep, and these go for $89. He has a booth here in the store, folks.
I actually have 3 booths here, Tom, and all of mine, it's under K&C Antiques, and we're located in the back part of the first level. All 3 of my booths are connected together in the corner there.
Come through the front door and it's the back on the right.
Yes.
On the top floor, first floor. Oh, this is neat.
Yeah. Those are called a face jug.
Wow.
And those come out of the Carolinas, and I deal quite a bit in those, and those are very collectible. So if you'll turn your thumb there, that's the maker of the crock jug. So, yeah.
And again, the camera doesn't do it justice on the computer. You want to come in and see this for yourself, but there's the face. These are a big deal, huh? People.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
What they're called face jugs?
Face jugs. Uh-huh.
Goes for $119. That would make a conversation piece. Have that in your den or your kitchen
Oh,
or
yes.
your living room, wherever. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
So, that is neat. So there's all kinds of different of these out there.
All kinds of different sizes and different ones back in my booth.
Oh, you got a bunch of them back there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and not only that, Tom, but in my booth, deal in primitive furniture like pie safes, corner cabinets, and then my tool booth. I've got just a tool booth back there with the primitive tools that guys come in, still old woodworkers that work with it, and they'll buy from me.
Before we get the track girls and the guys in here, you got a cross saw. You got it over there too.
This is actually I've got two things.
Two more things. All right.
This is a Stanley number 30 level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's got a lot of brass on it, brass ends.
$34.
Mm-hmm.
That is neat. A Stanley level.
Yes.
Wow. That's
And there again, those are collectible.
Yes.
And this is called a two-man saw.
Right.
I'll try to see if I can hold it up
Oh,
here.
one side and you hold the other. How's
Yeah.
that? Two-man saw. Okay.
Yep.
And it
And-
retails for $89.
Yes.
And you got the handle on your end, and you got where the saw
Right.
on the other end.
Yes.
So and that goes for $89.
$89
in the booth.
Yes.
So lots of ideas, folks. And of course, this is the tip of the iceberg. What's back there? And he said he didn't know if he could do this or not. We could be here all day.
Yeah.
This is good stuff. So what are people looking for right now? Is there a trend here in the spring of 2025? People in here looking for a particular thing from your booth?
No, we have. Tammy will tell me too. I work on Thursdays here at the store, and Tammy will even tell me when she's working that we've got guys that come in and go straight back to my booth to look at tools and stuff there.
Understandably so.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, but like I say, I've got a lot of signage. I've got a lot of advertising stuff, and a lot of tools, cast iron, Crocs of all kinds. So come in and see us.
Yep. Come in and see. Again, we're at the Eagle Center, the #1 antique store, voted on by the viewers of WJHL TV, and it's right here in downtown Elizabeth. In fact, you got 3 here, Antiques on Elk next door, and Duck Crossing, our other sponsors, so you can come in and shop. Boom, boom, boom. There's 3 of them here to shop. But
Yes.
certainly come here and see Keith's booth back here. As soon as you come in the front door, walk right past us. It's back here on the right, and it's full of all kinds of goodies. So that's awesome. Man, thanks for coming. I appreciate you coming by and showing us.
All right.
It wasn't so bad, was it?
No, it was fine there.
No, he said, I don't know if I can do this. I'm thinking, if I can do this, anybody can do this. Trust me. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. We got the Tracksters here from Elizabethton High School. Got a whole room full of them. Coach Campbell's here, too. All right, look at you. He is grinning like a fox in a hen house.
He's ready, isn't he?
They went down there the last couple of days, and they kicked tail and took names and brought back hardware. We're going to let them join us. We're going to brag on them next year on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. You're one of our great sponsors. Christmas Club Savings Account for next year. Tell me about it.
Yes, let's talk about it because now you're going to have 12 months to do this. What better time than right now to open your Christmas Club savings? There's no cost on this. This is just something that we can help you transfer automatic funds, either weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, out of your check. So that way you won't even have to worry about it. And each time that you have that transferred, either you can do it yourself or deposit into this account, or we can have automatic draft set up. That's just convenient for you. And like I said, it's just another sub account to your savings and checking at Northeast Community Credit Union. So if you have any questions, visit bemycu.org or come in and see us at one of our convenient locations or call 423-547-1200.
And you cut checks when? Next year? October, November? So when you get your checks?
Yes.
Save it up all year?
Yeah, so direct deposit could be your monthly paycheck.
Okay.
And so you can allocate a percentage of that paycheck into the Christmas Club. And that way, when you get to October, November, it's going to be built up. And so it's a great feature, and people love it.
The Christmas Club Savings Account for Christmas 2024?
Yes.
From Northeast Community Credit Union, one of our great sponsors of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports.
This is Pastor Mark Fowler, and we want to invite you to be with us at Pleasant Beach Baptist Church sometime soon. And we're thankful for what God is doing, and we've had visitors almost every week. We have so many people that God is using His Word to accomplish a work in their life. And we want you to come. Now, I think about our society today, and there's a lot of talk about the negative aspects and generations and what's missing and what we're going to do and how do we face this social issue and how do we face that social issue, and that is always the buzz, and if we're not careful, we talk like God doesn't have an answer. 2 Timothy chapter 3 we looked at the other night together in our church, and it reminds us that yes, in the last days there's going to be some difficult things come, dangerous times, but the antidote is always God's Word. And so what we're trying to do is to provide Bible answers for today's tough questions. And we're building Believers by the Book. So we want your family to come. We're thankful to have a Sunday school hour and a junior church and master clubs and a youth group and all those things going on. But what we're trying to accomplish is to get the Word of God into the hearts and minds of God's people.
And back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show, here we is talking to Coach Campbell. How you doing, sir?
Doing good.
Are you fired up? Was that pretty good? Was that free?
It was a great week,
run.
Great showing for our kids.
Absolutely. Coach Campbell. Coach Preston will be here. He's assistant coach. Coach Preston will be here tomorrow. He has some other things going on today, and we understand that, so he will be with us tomorrow at Food City. He wants to come by and brag on those kids. He said, we got a lot to brag about. We absolutely do. Tell me about your name, please.
Matt Campbell.
Yep. Coach Campbell, you teach what at the high school?
Teach biology, cyclone experience, geology, ag science.
Yeah.
A little bit of everything.
Assistant track coach.
Yes, sir.
Also helping Coach Presley, yourself, and Renee. Who else?
You got Coach Grindstaff, who started this year with pole vaulters, with that new pole vaulting pit that came in. And we've got Jerry Jenkins. He coaches sprinters, mid-distance, and Coach Nave, who coaches the throwers.
And Renee does what? Coach Birchfield does
Coach Birchfield does the hurdles and the jumps.
Yeah. And it pays off, folks. Got a lot of folks coaching because you're about to hear how good they're all here. There's got, we got five of them here, plus Jameer and Landry are coming too, scheduled to be here. So let's jump in and go. Number one, kind of set the stage. We had the regular season.
Yes, sir.
Then we had the sectional. Kind of step us up to how we got to state.
So sectionals was May 10th.
Okay.
And basically you have standards for those sectionals to be able to make it into that meet. And so we had, I want to say, 25 kids go to sectionals.
Wow. That's awesome.
And then you qualify from there. They will take the top two in each event from there. And then third and fourth are wild cards depending on how the middle section and the west section of Tennessee does. And we ended up having 8 qualifiers. We had 6 girls and 2 boys. I'll start out with the way they did their events. First, you have junior Camden Garland, who went last week to the pentathlon, got 4th place. And pentathlon, for people that don't know, is 5 events all in one day. And
in one day?
All in one day. She did 5 events.
So you do hurdles, you do 100 or 200, right? Long jump,
high jump, hurdles, shot put, and 800.
800, all in one day.
Yeah.
Whoa! And she did very well.
She broke the school record for a second time this year.
There you go. For the second time this year.
Yes.
It's awesome. She's gonna be here in a minute. By the way, they're all over here watching Coach do his thing first. So she did her thing. Okay, she finished.
And that was last week, and she finished 4th place.
In the state.
In the state.
Awesome. Congratulations. Great job. Okay, we'll talk to her in a minute.
And then this week, so Tuesdays when we competed, and we started out with freshman Vela Naves, 3,200. She got 3rd place.
In the state.
In the state. As a freshman.
Love it.
Yep.
As a freshman, ninth grader.
Yep. She had 2 events. She did the 1600 as well, got 6th place.
In the state.
In the state. And for anybody that doesn't know, Vela as a freshman has 4 school records already.
At Elizabethton High.
At Elizabethton High School.
Whoa, that's awesome. That's great stuff. Okay, who else?
And then after that, we had the boys discus throwers, and that's where we had Landry win a state championship for the 2nd time.
Yep.
He won it as a sophomore and then won it this year. And then Diesel got 4th place with a throw of 162, and he was in 2nd place last year as a junior. So it's competition changes every year, and it was a different day. I'll say with the weather that we had, we kept having storm delays, had 3 storm delays, and then they finally postponed events until the following day. And for runners, wind and rain, it affects everybody equally.
Sure.
Field events, when you've got jumpers like Cam and throwers, what happens is someone will be up and it'll be calmed down for a minute, and then you never know, the next one's going to be getting poured on or wind hitting them. So it was a different type of day.
So psychologically, I would think, okay, it's almost like baseball. You get out there, you pitch, and you got a rain delay. And so you're up and you're down, you got to get back up. So mentally, I guess if you have constant rain delays and the girl or the guy in front of you gets to do it, and then all of a sudden there's a cloud burst, as long as there's no lightning, you have to compete.
Right.
So I would think that's be very tough mentally, wouldn't it be?
It is, and it's already a mental sport. So.
Sure. So they did well in not the best conditions to do it in. So that's pretty cool. So you got the Knaves. Who else did we have?
So after the boys threw discus, we had Camden doing triple jump, got 4th place in it.
In the state.
In the state. And then
wow, this is awesome.
At the same time, we had Liana, who's a sophomore. Liana Nave threw discus and got 2nd place. Now, let's say something about that. She was leading for the first 2 to 3 rounds, and that's where the weather came in. It'd pour and then stop and get calm, and so it's different for each thrower that got up there. And I know that made it really tough on her. We ended up having a delay right in the middle of her event, so we had to go stand under the stadium, come back out. No warm-ups after.
Oh, really?
After 45 minutes of
standing
around, no warm-ups, coming back out. And in that last round, she still threw farther than everybody, but the 3rd round is what got her. One girl threw 122, she threw 120. Got 2nd place.
So they had her back to discus and say, let's go.
No
warm-up, no nothing.
No warm-up, just.
That's crazy. They should let them warm up. Come on now. But anyway, don't get me started about the TSSAA, but that's okay. So anyway, we move on. So the Knaves and then Rogers. What did Ava Rogers do?
So Ava Rogers and Jameer Smalls both did shot put. Ava's a freshman, which is amazing to be out there as a freshman. And then Jamira ended up throwing 37 feet, 8 inches, 3/4, I believe, and ended up being state champion. And this is her 3rd time being the state as a junior. She's made it freshman year. She was 4th place. Sophomore year, 3rd place. And now she's state champion as a junior.
Wow, that's awesome. We know her well from the Lady Cyclone basketball team. So is Rogers. They both play hoops for Coach Andrews. So I would think, so you take a school like Elizabethton with 800 and some kids. You take all these kids down at this time. I would think, maybe I'm just wrong, that was a heck of a showing for a school the size of Elizabethton to do what we did down there.
We did a great job and our girls ended up getting 6th place out of 43 teams out there with just 6 kids. Sixth place out of 43 teams.
6 ladies went down and got, out of 43 other female track teams, got 6th in the state with 6 girls.
With 6 girls.
Good night.
And our boys got 13th place with 2 boys out of 43 teams.
We had 2 boys.
Shows how high their points were from how well they did.
With Diesel Russell and Landry Buckles.
Diesel Russell and Landry Buckles.
We finished 13th in the state with 2 guys.
With 2 guys.
Wow, that is awesome. So
girls there's no seniors on the team this year. No seniors, so we're hoping to gain some out of the school and then looking forward to getting some up from the middle school and excited about next season for sure.
This young lady right here, what did she do?
We have Cheyenne Everett here as a sophomore running probably one of the toughest races in track, 400-meter dash. And I'll tell you something about her event. She was getting ready. They're bringing her out onto the track, and the last storm hit, and ended up being a tornado warning, so they ended up postponing it till the very next day. So she was all ready to go, did her warm-up, and right as they were about to go, they postponed it, and we ended up having to go back the next day at noon for her to run. So that was mentally tough, but it was on all those runners the same way. And she did a great job. She's still learning on the 400-meter dash how to run it. She's very competitive, and she came out really fast at the very beginning, and then ended up slowing up just a little bit at the end. But she, as a sophomore, we're excited to see how she does next year in the 400. I think she's 1 second away from breaking the school record.
Only a sophomore.
As a sophomore.
Wow. No wonder Coach Presnell said, I got to come tomorrow because I got a lot to talk about. He is very proud. So are you. So are all the coaches.
Yes, sir.
So you take 6 girls down there, and they kick butt and take names and come back with 6th place in the state.
Yes. So we've
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Because most
two state champions, 6 girls as 6 in the state, and with no seniors. All coming back next year. It's exciting.
So in comparison, most teams, we took 6 girls down. What do most teams take down there?
It just depends. You know, you've got I would say 10 to 15.
10 to 15
average team.
So we got more done with less.
Yep.
How about it? The Cyclones, they get with it. They don't mess around. They're all here. They're chomping. Miss Garrett wants to go first, so we're done. So what do they do now this summer? Do they have to take some time off? Do you have summer track programs, or what do you do?
We're going to take some time off. Now, some kids will go to nationals if they want to, and they've been invited. Some kids will go to nationals in their events. And the good thing about our kids is they all stay active. They'll be outside running, swimming,
doing stuff,
bicycling. Yeah, they're all active. They're all good kids.
So when school goes back in August, of course, track and field's a spring sport, so what do they do in the fall? They play other sports?
In the fall, hopefully we'll get more out for this too. I'm a cross-country coach, so we'll have a lot of these kids will go to cross-country, soccer. These kids play football, basketball. They do it all.
Absolutely. In a school our size, they almost have to. We have to share our athletes, and we do.
Yes, sir.
All the coaches are about that. So anyway, they're here. This is Coach Matt Campbell. Man, thanks for coming by. That's an added bonus. I didn't know you were coming. It's great.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, so again, one more time before we go, pay tribute to other coaches that couldn't be here. They would be who?
So we've got Coach Presnell, head coach.
Right, he'll be here tomorrow.
And Renee Birchfield does hurdles and jumps.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Nave does the throws coach. And Jerry Jenkins, he does sprinters, and mid-distance. And then you've got Coach Michael Grindstaff, who does pole vaulting and works with mid-distance, and Jerry on the sprinters as well.
Tomorrow at about 12:20, the T.A. Duggars become Elizabethton Cyclones. So do we have kids coming up from track and field down at T.A. Duggar for next year? Looking pretty promising?
We're definitely looking forward to some of the kids. I know Camden Garland's little brother broke the T.A. Duggar record in the 400, so that's in that 4x4 team that he's on, and a lot of girls and one thing that we've done this year is the T.A. Duggar kids have practiced a couple of days on the high school track, and so we get to see those kids and how hard they work, and we're excited to have them up there.
That's awesome. Yeah, Rylan was pretty adamant. He thinks he can do better than his sister does. So he told me that the other day.
That's tough competition.
I thought, okay, little sibling rivalry. He said, yeah, I can do better than her. I said, okay, well, we'll see. So, Coach, thanks.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Let's get the first lady in here. Miss Garrett, come on in here. We'll just do them one by one by one. We're here. Come on in, young lady. This is awesome. We want to get these youngsters in here. We're so proud of them. So, hello. Tell everybody who you are.
I'm Cheyenne Everett.
Cheyenne Everett. Miss Everett's in the house. The event you ran was?
The 400 meters.
The 400. So, Coach kind of set this up. You got ready to run, and they came out with a tornado warning. Is that right?
Yeah, we walked out to the track, and then they told us to turn around.
So you're up here. You're ready to go. You're mentally ready.
Yeah.
How long had you waited to get to that point? What point of the day was the event?
Well, it was originally supposed to be at 4, but because of weather, they pushed back to 2. And then, well, I was there at 12:50 to warm up.
Ready to go.
And then I waited for hours and hours.
And hours.
And hours.
And then they said, no, not even going to run, not even later. I ain't going to do it today. Going to do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
So what does that do? I'm thinking, because I played ball when I played. Of course, I played basketball, but get ready for the game. You get there and you get ready to get going with it, and they just shut everything down. What does that do to you mentally?
Well, when I heard that I was running it on a Tuesday, I was prepared that Tuesday. Had a good breakfast, a good lunch. Like, I ate what I was supposed to, and I was just mentally ready. Now, when they were like, it's tomorrow, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm tired. I've been here all day. This is what I was prepared for. So it's like scrambles your brain a little bit.
Absolutely, I would think it would be. So you had to wait till the next day, and you get up, and so your routine's the same the next day? Same thing, or you have a different routine because it was a different time?
No, it was about the same. I
What's
got
the
up,
time?
ate breakfast, and then I went and packed my things, and
What-
then got ready.
Got ready?
Got ready.
What does a sprinter eat for breakfast, by the way? What do they tell you to eat? Anything
Well-
you want, or is there a particular thing Coach Prestle says you guys need to eat?
No, I would. It depends on what race you're running, but I wouldn't eat too much. Like, I would eat something that'll fill you, but would be light on the stomach.
400 meters, so for those who don't know, it's a lap around the football field, right? Basically, 400-meter dash. So you just pop it, hit the clock, or hit the gun, boom, you're off and running. I mean, are you down in the, get down into the, went totally blank.
Box.
Box. You get down in the box, you just all line up, you get in the box
So,
for the 400.
we all just like get into blocks, and it's staggered because from where the track goes out,
Right.
it's bigger, and some people have to run longer distances, so they stagger us, so we're all running the same distance.
Wow. So, boom, clock, shot clock, or not shot clock, but the gun goes off, boom, and it's like Roadrunner, pedal to the metal. Ain't no stopping. You got 400 meters to get it done.
Yeah.
And how did you end up doing for down there?
Well, I guess I did good enough, but it wasn't my best. So.
That's all right. You're only a sophomore. And he said you're like a second away from the school record. So what did you do in the 400, you know? What was your time?
Well, my time at state was 1 minute, 1 second, but my PR overall is 59.4.
59.4. So that's what she's going to break. She's going to shatter that next year when she gets back out here. So what are you going to do this summer? You going to get it, run any track? You going to get away from it? What do you do?
Well, I have cheer, but I'm also going to be working on track to get better on my 400.
Awesome. You also cheer, don't you?
Mhm.
That's what I thought you said. Yep. With Victoria and Vanessa. So good job. Thank you. Awesome. Tell everybody one more time who you are.
Oh, I'm Cheyenne Everett.
Cheyenne Everett. She can go. She's the Roadrunner. You ever seen the cartoon Roadrunner?
Yeah.
Mimi? Yeah. Mimi. 59 seconds around the football field. Smoking it. Next, come in here. Let's bring them in. Love it. This is awesome. What a treat. Tell everybody who you are, please, ma'am.
Leona Nave.
Leona Nave. What grade are you, ma'am?
I'm a sophomore.
Sophomore. Tell us the event you did, please.
I threw discus and I placed second.
Okay.
Yes.
Second in the state
Yes.
runner-up
Yes.
in the discus. That's awesome. Folks out there, a lot of folks don't have a clue what a discus is. How much does it weigh? It looks like a frisbee, right?
Yes.
Okay. How much does
It
it
was
weigh?
1K.
1K, which
And
means in poundage would be what?
2 point.
Couple of pounds?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how does one, of course, we got a state champion over. We're going to talk to him in a second who won it for the guys. But how do you get good at, I mean, I've watched it, but I've never done it. So,
It's like a very heavy frisbee. It's metal.
right? It's metal?
Yes.
Okay. So how does one get good at throwing the discus? I mean, what's the key to it? Your legs, your arm strength?
Everything.
Is this,
And
where,
your
is this where you
abs.
spin?
Yes.
Okay. So,
Yes, you have to have very good technique.
okay. How did you get interested in doing the discus?
In middle school, I wanted to do a sport in the spring, and I just went out there. And then I found out my dad did it in college, so
Mhm.
it kind of gave me a little bit more motivation to do it.
Your dad would be?
Derek Nave.
He's watching.
Yes.
Say hello to your dad.
Hi.
Blow him a kiss. Would you score some brownies? Blow him.
Hey.
I'm not going to. We'll just do this. Okay, good. So you threw the discus. You got second in the state.
Yes.
Who won it? Do you know from what school?
Martin Luther King.
Will they be back next year? That's somebody you can go back
No,
and beat?
she's a senior.
She's a senior.
Yes.
The door's open for her to win it next year.
Yes.
Because the one that won it's a senior is gone. So how does I'm probably asking goofy questions, but how does one get better discus? Do you lift weights?
Yes.
Okay.
Early in the season, I lifted twice a day,
Mhm.
and later in the season, you kind of have to lower down how much you lift,
Mhm.
because you have in more important meets, and you don't want to be sore when you're.
So what muscles do you focus on to be a good discus thrower? Is it your legs you work out, or your arms, or both?
Everything.
Okay.
Everything.
Cool. Second in the state, and you're only a sophomore.
Yes.
Wow. Tell everybody again who you are.
Leona Nave.
Leona Nave. You
Yeah.
got a sister going to be here in a minute, so
Yes.
it's awesome.
Great job.
Thank you.
Oh, so proud of these ladies. Up next, we'll have, they're just coming in one by one. Here, we know this young lady. So we know her mama, we know her daddy, we know her brother. So we had Rylan, we're at the tourist schools the other day at T.A. Duggar, and so he's coming up. He set some records at T.A. Duggar, and I asked him off there, I said, you going to be as good as your sister? He said, better. I said, oh, okay. Talk a little smack.
Yeah, he's giving me a run for my money.
Is he really? All right. This is Miss Cam Garland. Miss Cam, what events did you run?
At state, I did pentathlon, which is the high jump, long jump, hurdles, shot put, and 800. And then a week later, I did triple jump.
So this is all in one day. I want to get to this pentathlon. So let's start in the order the events came. What was the first one?
Hurdles.
Hurdles. 300 meter?
Just 100 meter hurdles.
100 meter lows or highs?
Highs.
Highs. 100 meter high hurdles. That's your first event. Okay. What was your best time there?
16.3.
16.3.
PR that day.
PR means, for those out there, personal
record.
Personal record. So they say PR, that means that's their best. So that's track talk. So 16.3, you go to 100 yards down the track, high hurdles in 16 seconds, 16.3.
Yes.
That was your first event. How much time did you get to the second event? What was it?
We get 30 minutes in between each event.
30 minutes to the next event, which was?
High jump.
High jump. How would you do there?
I jumped 410.
4 foot 10 inches.
Yes.
Okay. How many jumps did you get?
3.
You get 3?
3 jumps at each height.
3 jumps at each height. And so if the bar falls off, then that is a scratch. Scratch it out. So you get 3 shots at it. 4 foot 10. Then you had how much to the next event?
30 minutes.
30 more minutes? Jump. You talk about demanding. All right, so you go from hurdles, long jump. What was your next one?
Long jump.
Long jump?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Hurdles, high jump, then long jump.
Yes.
Long jump was what?
16.3.
16.3.
That was my first.
You know what that is? You've seen on TV, take off and jump and land in the sand pit. 16 feet 3 inches. Wow. So at what point do you know? Because you practice all the time. What point do you go, okay, I got this today. Today I'm feeling it. Can you tell when you're out there? It's like,
yeah, you can kind of feel for it. Like before you even start any events, like you just know.
You just know.
Unless like something just goes wrong, like if you fall on the hurdles, that's always scary. But just after those races, like the races matter more. They count for more points, like the 800 and 100 meter hurdles. So you want to make sure you do good on those because you'll get more points for them. But yeah, after you get out of the way.
So we do 100 meter high hurdles, high jump, long jump. What was next?
Shot put.
30 minutes between.
Yes.
You leave the long jump pit and go, okay, Miss Garland, go grab that shot put. For those that don't know, how much does it weigh?
8 pounds, I think.
Yeah, it's 8 pounds. Yeah. I know you've seen it on TV, but it's like a bowling ball, or a croquet ball or whatever, but it's 8 pounds, and so you got to spin it, shoot it, and sling it, and how far did you do?
31 something, I think.
Incredible. All right. So where did you finish in that?
Second.
Second?
Yeah.
In the state? In the pentathlon?
In pentathlon, I got 4th.
In the 4th?
Yeah.
But in the shot put, you got second?
Yeah.
Okay. 30-minute break. You come back and do, what's the last one?
800.
800 meters, which is 2 laps.
That's the scary one.
It's the what?
The scary one. Everyone dreads that one.
Why? What's that?
Well, most pentathletes are like field event focused, so whenever you throw us in distance races, we're not usually prepared for that, but we train as much as we can for it and do our best.
How'd you do in that one?
I got 2:39 was my time.
Wow.
2 minutes 39 seconds.
So I'm trying to think again as an athlete. I used to play ball, as I said. So I'm trying to think. Okay, you got to practice all 5 of these and be good at them as you possibly can. So, which one did you say? Okay, Cam, telling yourself I got to do more in this particular event because it's not where I want to be. Which one did you have to tell yourself you had to probably practice a little bit more in the high jump, or which one?
I'd say I practiced hurdles more.
Hurdles. Okay. So you go down to do the pentathlon. You have all 5 events in a 30-minute window between. So, what do you do between mentally? Okay, you get done with one, you're walking to the next one. I guess you got to shut that one down and start focusing on the next event, right?
Yes, pretty much.
Wow.
Go back to the tent for 5 minutes, get some water, and then you're back at the next event warming up.
So I would think at the end of the day, when you do this, you're probably just mentally just fried, I would think.
Oh, yeah.
I would be.
It's pretty rough.
Oh, I'm sure. So you finished 4th in the state. What grade are you in?
I'm a junior.
And a junior. So, gosh, the sky's the limit for next year. So to take, as you all, as he said, Coach Campbell said, you took 6 girls down there total for the team and finished 6th in the state. That's incredibly cool. So, what do you do now in the summer? Do you still do track and field? Do you get away from it? What do you do?
I'll have soccer practice starting up. I'm doing that, and it'll be senior year for soccer, so that'll be exciting. And I'll probably work on track just to stay consistent with it, not lose anything, like a couple of days a week, I would say, but soccer every day for now.
So your mom was a really good track and field, obviously, back in the day. So what does she help you with? She help you with all of it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she coaches the events I do, like hurdles and the jumps and stuff.
So is it easy to take instructions from mom?
It can be difficult sometimes, but yeah, I enjoy it for the most part. It has its pros and cons.
I had a buddy of mine who played basketball in high school. His dad was a coach, and he said when we graduated, he said it was the toughest thing he ever did because he knew Dad was going to be tougher on me because he was the coach and didn't cut me any slack, cut other people more slack, cut me. And then after we graduated, he said, "You know why I did that?" So, so you understand, she's tough on you, and that's for a reason. So, and I get that. So that's awesome. So what do you do for downtime when you want to get away from everything? Do you go to the lake? Do you go to Dollywood? What does Cam do to get away from everything?
I love going to the lake. I have a friend that owns a boat down there, so we go down there quite a bit over the summer. And going to the beach.
Awesome.
Always, yeah.
That's awesome. Great job.
Thank you.
4th in the state. Pentathlon. It's awesome. Good stuff. Hit that bell. All right, let's get the next lady in here. We want to talk to all these ladies. We got the state champs coming up, too. Coming in. Hello, Lucy Fortner. How you doing, lady? Thank you for watching. Renee's watching. Thank you, Coach Birchfield. Tell everybody who you are.
My name's Villeneuve.
Hello, Villeneuve.
Hello.
Your dad's watching, so wave at him or say hello something or
hello,
Daddy, or give me some money or something, right? That's good. Yeah. So tell me the event you're in, please. What were you in?
I was in the 3200 and the 1600.
Okay, now for those out there who don't know what that means, 1600 meters
is a mile.
Is a mile, which is 4 laps around a football field, basically, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what did you do time-wise?
My time was 5:28, but my PR is like 5. I don't know. It's faster than that though. I didn't do very good at the state meet in the 1600.
So why do you think that was? Why do you think you didn't do well?
Earlier that morning I did the 32, so I think I was just kind of tired from that, and I don't know. I didn't really feel good.
So the 32 would be
8 laps.
8 laps around the track.
Miles, yeah.
So you do the 8 lapper first. Then how much time do you get before you have to turn around and do the 1500?
Well, I had a couple of hours, but I went back to the hotel and I just relaxed, and then I came back and my body just didn't feel very good. So I don't know. It wasn't very good, unfortunately.
What'd you finish in the state?
In the 32, I got 3rd. In the 1600, I got 6th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's 3rd in the state on a bad day. Okay, I'll take that. And 6th in the state on what she says was a bad day. So, Coach Campbell talking about the weather. So that messed you guys up down there having all the starts and stops?
Well, I finished my events before any of that started, so I didn't have to deal with any of it. But I'm sure it messed with Cheyenne, though.
Sure. She told me. It was like, I got ready to go, and they shut it all down, and finally they said, come back the next day. So, So how do you get mentally prepared for this? I mean, most of the people out there watching this probably have never ran track. Some have, but not very many. It's a fantastic sport. We used to run I used to run the 2-mile relay when I was in school. Used to run the 880 leg back in the day. So, and it's a mental thing. So, explain to folks out there how mentally tough and a grind this can be.
It's pretty hard. Like, no matter how hard, the pain is in your body, it's all like a mind game. You just gotta tell it to go away, and you gotta find another gear to go into and just push as hard as you can.
Find another gear.
Yep.
So these are the kind of lessons you learn for life, because there's days you don't want to go out and do what you got to do your job, whatever. So you got to, as she said, find another gear. That's a great quote. That's awesome. So what do you do this summer?
I'll do soccer starting, and then I'll do cross country too. I'll do both of those this summer, and maybe some vacation and rest before I do all that. But
absolutely. So you do cross country and soccer. Yeah. So you'll run for Coach Campbell, and you'll play for Coach Meyer.
Yes.
Soccer. That's awesome. Tell everybody again who you are.
My name's Villeneuve.
And what grade are you in?
I'm a freshman.
A freshman. I think the track and field is in good shape.
Yeah.
At Elizabethton High School. Thank you, lady. Good job. Miss Rogers, come on, and we'll save the state champs to last. So, is she in there too? The lady there behind? Who's that?
That's my sister.
Oh, that's your sister? We can put her on. We can make up an event for her. What about that one?
That's my mother.
That's your mother? That's Mama.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
She's let her hair grow. I didn't recognize her. So, hello, Ms. Rogers. How are you?
I'm good.
Very proud of you.
Thank you.
We've given her several player of the games for basketball for the Lady Cyclones, but this is track, and you did the what event?
Oh, shot put.
Shot put. How did you do for the state?
I did good. I got 5th.
5th in the state.
Mhm.
What was your PR?
My PR is 35.6.
What did you throw down there?
35.6.
Oh, that was it? Awesome. So they talked about the weather. So at what point in the day did you do it? Early in the morning? Did you throw the shot? When was the competition? What part of the day?
It was around 1:30.
1:30?
But after all the delays, it was 1:30.
1:30.
Mhm.
So what's the, Cheyenne said it messed her up running because they got ready to stop and start and all that because of the tornado warnings, and we can't help that. That's a God thing. But how does that affect a shot putter? Did it affect you guys any at all?
So it did. So like the ring can get really slick, and it can not help us get across the circle because we can fall.
Mhm.
But whenever we were throwing, it was kind of more sunnier, so it didn't really affect us much.
So the ring is either concrete or asphalt, right?
It's concrete, yeah.
Concrete. So if it rains, obviously it gets slick,
Mhm.
and so you got to make sure. Does the shot itself get slick, wet?
Yeah, it gets wet because we're throwing it, and like it has to be in the grass too whenever they throw it back to us, so it gets wet.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
So, how did you get interested in throwing the shot put?
It was more of my friends. They wanted me to come out my 7th grade year, so I did it, and I kind of got the passion to just keep doing it.
And you did it and did it. For some reasons, I want you to just hold that. You know what you're doing. You
Okay.
know. There you go. So your friends talked you into doing it.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So she's also a basketball player who I've told her since the first time I watched her at Tia Duggar, I said, you can be as good as you want to be because you have. When you go out there and get that rebound, it's scary. She comes out of there, got that snarl on her face. I'm thinking, but you're going to get that rebound, right?
Mhm,
You're going to
sure
get the
am.
board. Yeah,
Sure am.
I love it. So it's been a great year for her. So you finish up track and field by
Mhm.
finishing 5th in the state in shot.
Yes.
Now what? Now what we do?
Basketball starts tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Mhm,
Coach
tomorrow.
Andrews said we'd like to have you on the floor tomorrow. So there you go.
Yes.
And she's got a big future ahead of basketball too. So, so what do you think? Tammy Cole says, we love you, Ava. We're so proud of you. Do you know Tammy Cole?
Yes, that's my grandmother.
Grandma's watching, so
Yes.
hello, Grandma. So she is awesome. She's a great kid.
Mhm.
So how good do you think you can get in shot put? What's your PR again?
35.6.
What do you think you can do?
I am trying to beat Angie Barker's school record. It's a big goal, but I'm going to try to beat it.
Awesome. And Angie Barker's school record is what?
It's like in the 40s. I'm not sure exact, but
Wow.
yeah.
So what do we do? Do you lift weights during the season for shot put?
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
do?
Yeah, you
work
weight
out?
lift on your own, yeah.
And do you work on? So I'm trying to think on a shot
too.
put. I would think your power would be coming through your thighs, through your legs. Is that where you get your power when
Mhm.
you're throwing a shot?
Yeah, and your hips.
Shit. So you do a lot of leg weights,
Mhm.
push them. All right. What's your basketball number?
30.
30. Ava Rogers. Be looking for the basketball
Yes.
court, and she is only a freshman, and she wants to break Angie Barker's school record.
Yes, and it's 52.
52.
Yes.
So you got a ways to go, but you know what? Somebody's got to do it, and Angie would be excited to see somebody break it.
Yeah, she did come to our practices 3 times.
Did
so
she really?
Yeah, she helped us a lot. Yeah.
Wow. Was that intimidating to have the big dog in the house helping you out? So I'd be a nervous wreck.
Yeah, I was very nervous, but she definitely encouraged me.
You're so polished. You're so good at speaking. You'll be in public speaking. Thank you, lady. Good job. What a neat lady. All right, ladies first. State champ, come in here. Come on in the house. This is state champ. Love this girl. You want me to tell the story? You want to tell the story about UP?
You can tell the story.
I can tell the story. Okay, we're up Tia Duggar. 7th grade year. Put that mic up and everything here. 7th grade year, 8th grade year. I guess 7th grade year. I walked up and I said, Jamira, this is as far as basketball. I said, you have UP. Remember that?
Yep.
And what did you think I meant?
Up.
Up. I said, not up. You have unlimited potential. I do? I said, yes, you do. You are the state champion. Where's the medal at? Can I see it, please?
It's right here.
This is awesome. How did you get interested in throwing the shot put, young lady?
Coach Presnell came in my practice one day, my freshman year, and he told me that I was coming out and throwing. So Andrews knew, so he just made me go to those practices, and then I just started throwing from there.
It says 2025 State Girls Track and Field Division I Class AA Shot Put first place at Elizabethton High School. Jamira Smalls. We're so proud of this young lady. So you've been there. This is your 3rd year, right?
Yes.
All right. Freshman year, what'd you throw?
I threw a 34.
34?
Yes.
So you improved last year. You went to a what distance?
I went to 35.
35?
I've gone up by 1 foot.
And so this year you went?
I went to 37 this year.
37?
Yeah.
Whoa. So how do you improve throwing the shot put? I mean, is it a weight workout? I mean, how'd you get better? I'm glad you did, but a foot. I mean, we're talking, folks. It's a long way in the shot put. How did you get better?
I didn't really have time to lift in this season, but I would just say it's a mentality and you just have to know that you can throw that far because really anyone can. You just have to put the work into it.
Mm-hmm. And she did. Proof's in the pudding. State champion. Now, the lady you beat, it was really, really close, wasn't it?
Yes, it was by 1.5 inches.
I'd like that. The lady was from Cherokee?
Yes, Leah Mowell.
Is she back next year?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
She'll be a junior next year.
Uh-oh. So I'm sure on the bulletin board she's got your name circled. I would. It's like, okay, I got to beat this lady. So it's awesome. Few question, but did you realize then that you won, or did they go back and do some tabulation? I mean, how do you find out you're the state champ? How do they announce it to you?
Well, it wasn't announced until we all went up to the platforms, but I knew after we all got done throwing because my coaches, they keep up with my marks and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it was the second throw whenever I threw the 37.8.5, and she threw a 37.7. So.
Wow.
So I was watching for the rest of the meet and everything, trying to see if she would get farther than me, because she's a good friend of mine, and if she wins, that's just
okay.
like me winning. So
yeah, what a nice attitude. So I asked Gabe about the weather. So it rained. You got a concrete square.
Yes.
For folks who don't know, on the square, how big is the ring that you're in?
7 foot. 7 foot.
7 foot.
Yes.
And then is that little thing that you step over? It's a scratch, right? Whatever it's called.
Yes, it's called the toe board.
Toe board. Yeah. Okay, so it's 7 foot. It's raining. It's wet. So it's like us going out here on the asphalt, raining, trying and push off. So does it get slick?
It really does. Yes, and the circles are so flat to where it's already slick, and the shoes add to the slickness. So if it rains, it's really hard for throwers.
So I know I'm asking dumb questions. A lot of folks out there have never done this. So a shot putter, do you wear a special shoe? Do you wear tennis shoes? What do you wear?
Yes, we have throwing shoes that we get. You can get Adidas, Nike, and everything. I don't really know. It's just throwing shoes, right?
It's got a different kind of traction on it. Awesome.
It's like a flat base.
Yeah. So what does this mean to Jamira Smalls to win? You've been there. This is your third time. You've knocked the door down. The freshman year you finished what? Fourth.
And then last year I finished third.
Third, and this year state champ. So what's it mean to you to do this?
It means a lot because it was just a lot of issues that have happened over the past year that made me think that I wouldn't be able to get this far in the track season. But knowing that I have the support of my teammates and my coaches now, it just helps a lot.
Yep. So I would think if I was a college track and field coach, I'd go, you know what? This girl may need to have a scholarship another year. You got another year back at Elizabeth and one more year. But there's a lot of scholarship dollars in track in there.
Yes.
It'd be nice to see my buddy UP over here, Unlimited Potential. So now she'll switch gears. You go start basketball now?
Tomorrow, yes.
Tomorrow. Back at it. So there you go. So you and Miss Rogers will be out on the basketball court. That's awesome. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Yep, very proud of you. And there it is again, folks. State champ, shot put. Again, as Coach Campbell said, you had 6 girls go down representing our school and finished 6th in the state with only 6 girls on the team. 2 guys go, and the next one of them's coming up here. 2 guys go, Diesel and Landry, and finished 13th in the state with 2 guys.
That's good.
It's awesome. So our track program's awesome.
Yes.
Who helps you on the shot? Which coach?
Coach Nave. But Coach Campbell and Coach Presnell, they really pitch in a lot.
Yeah. You're awesome.
Thank you.
She'd be great on TV, too. She's so she and Ava will be on television. I'm telling you, they're really good. Thank you. Good job. My buddy. UP, Unlimited Potential. So she improves by a foot from last year to this year. Here comes a guy coming in here now who had won it as a sophomore, missed it last year, and comes back this year and wins the discus, 2-time state champion. Only other guy I've ever interviewed to do that's Deuce Morton, 3-time state champion in wrestling. But here's Landry Buckles. How you doing, sir?
Doing good. How are you, Tom?
I'm doing great. We've had you on last year at Chick-fil-A when you, or was it 2 years ago when you won?
2 years ago.
And then last year you finished what in discus?
I didn't go to state.
You didn't go to state?
No, I scratched all my throws and sectionals. They
All
were
right,
all,
so
sector
listen.
fells.
All right, so listen to that. This is a guy doesn't quit. First year, sophomore year, he wins the state. Junior year, you don't get to go because you scratched. Explain to folks out there what that means.
You can scratch either by a sector foul, which is where your implement lands out of bounds, or you can foot foul, where you step out of the circle during your throw. And all three of my throws during the prelims last year at the sectional meet were sector fouls. So
you basically messed up. Basically,
yeah,
in layman's terms, you just
I didn't get a mark.
Yeah, you just messed up and didn't get it done. So, what would some people do? Some people go, I'm not going to go back and do it anymore. Just the heck with it. I won it sophomore year, junior year. I messed up. Didn't even make it out of the sectionals. Didn't even get to the state. I'm telling you, I know people do it. It's the heck with it. I've got one. Why try and get another one? You said no. I'm going back, right?
Yeah.
Determination. So, what kind of goals did you set after you scratched that sectional? What kind of goals you set? Okay, I'm going to do whatever it takes. What did you do to make sure you got back down to this year?
Well, all I really was thinking to myself, I had a couple goals, and that was to make it back to the sectional meet and get a mark and go to the finals. And that's all I was asking for. I wasn't asking to go to state. Obviously, I wanted to go and win it, but the goal was just to get to the sectional meet and make it to the finals. But they didn't do finals this year. We only had a 4-throw competition. And we got down there, and the meet didn't go too smoothly. We didn't have as far throws as we wanted to. But we did get top 4, so we qualified for the state meet. So that worked.
So throwing a discus for the guys is the same size? Let's say what'd she say? She said, Miss Nays, it was about 2 pounds. Is yours heavier?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how much is yours?
It's a 1.6 kilogram.
Which means
it's 3.6 pounds.
All right, almost 4 pounds. Looks like a frisbee?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so you win the state championship. What was your distance?
177.4.
Who was closest? What was the runner up?
173.
So you beat him by 4 feet.
Yes, sir.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. What was your winning distance as a sophomore?
167.
So you gained 10 feet?
Yeah.
How do you gain 10 feet throwing the discus?
At this point, once you've gotten this far, it's just
technique.
Really, fine pointing the technique.
So
adding speed to it.
So you start. Hello, lady. You start and you do 2 spins discus. How do you do it?
Just one.
So you start with your. All right. So if I'm going to throw it this way, I'm starting like this, right?
Yes, sir.
With my back, I do 1 spin and I sling it that way, right?
Yep.
I know I'm oversimplifying a very technical sport, but so that's how you start it. So you got your back to the field where you're slinging it. How wide is the field? How much width do you have to throw it out of bounds?
That I actually don't know, but it's
you got some wiggle room, right? It's not just straight
just
down.
a little bit.
Yeah.
It's not as much as you think it is. Once you're actually in the ring and you see the sector, it's a little more narrow than you think.
So you gotta be precise.
Yeah.
You gotta know what you're doing, and he does. State champ 2 times now. So he's facing back this way is where he throws it. So do you crouch down like a shot putter? How do you do it?
Well, it just depends on personal technique, but you can get really low. You can stand up in the back, be more loose. It doesn't.
What's your preference?
Kind of an in between.
In between. So you are a senior?
Yes, sir.
Where are we going after this?
I'm not too sure yet. Haven't decided.
You got some
college though.
Yeah, got some track opportunities.
Yes, sir.
2-time state champ. I would think somebody'd go, we want him to throw the discus. So it's awesome. So, gosh. So what would you tell somebody out there? See, this gets me fired up as far as motivation because you wanted as a sophomore. Last year you screwed up, you messed up, and didn't even get a chance to go back. I got out of the sectional. Most people would quit. I'm just telling you. We're in a society of quit. There's Jan Henshaw. Most people would just quit. I'm just telling, not most, some would, because we're in a society of quitters like, I won it last year, I bombed it this year, to heck with it, I'm not going to go back. Landry said, I'm going back. So look in that camera and tell people what it takes to, you got to have some guts to do what you did. Man, I'm proud of you. Tell them.
Thank you. Just never quit. Don't give up, and keep pushing for what you want to work for.
You have it with you, by the way?
Set your dreams. Yes,
the
sir.
medal? Is that not awesome? That's a lesson in life, folks. If you get knocked down, what John Wayne say? Laying down, face down in the dirt, get up, pull back up with your bootstraps and get back up. We all get knocked down, either through a personal disaster. I don't know, pick something. Lose a job, lose a divorce. What else could you go? Get an illness. There's all kinds of reasons to lay down there and quit. Landry Buckles said, I'm coming back. I'm coming back with a vengeance. He not only came back, but he extended his, a foot from the sophomore year? 167 to 177 is what you said? So not only did he win it, but he even got better doing it. Look here. This says 2025 State Boys Track and Field Division I Class AA Discus first place. Second time he did it. Winners never quit and quitters never win. I love it. I like this guy. He's a champion. He's going to be good at whatever he does because he didn't quit. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Wow. That's awesome. It got me fired up, but I don't get too fired up. That got me fired up. Thank you, sir. You're a good man. Landry Buckles, state champ. Let's do this here. This will be a good way. This sounds even better anyway. All right, that's going to do it from here, from the Eagle Center in downtown Elizabeth. Big thanks to those kids. They came so quick. Let's see, we had Miss Everett, the Nave twins, Cam Garland. Who else did I have? I had Ava Rogers. We had, of course, state champion Jamira Smalls, state champion Landry Buckles. So, and so there you go. And a big thanks to Renee Birchfield. She sent me all the stats last night, so I knew what was coming when they got here. And so, a phenomenal job. Coach Presley will be here tomorrow. Hopefully, maybe Coach Garland. Oh, by the way, Coach Campbell started off, too. Thank you, sir, for coming. So, Renee, you're watching. If you can come down to Martin Food City, we'd love to have you come on to brag on your daughter and on these kids. It's mama's love. Of course, you can come brag on her kids. It'd be great. So, but Coach Presley will be with us tomorrow in Food City. Again, Tyler Bailey, I want to give him props. There may be others. I'm going to research that tonight. I'm sure there's some other kids that did well down at State Track and Field meet coming because it's over. So I want to give everybody in the Tri-Cities props because you know my theory, my stand. At this point, we got Unicoi County playing softball. We got Greenville playing baseball. We got University High playing baseball. That's our team sports are still going. And so you know my theory. If you don't, here's my theory on the show. Once they're down there against everybody down there, like somebody went up against somebody from Martin Luther King out of Memphis, and once you're us against them down in the state, I'm for anybody up here. This is the way I am. So, because I want to bring it back to Northeast Tennessee, Tyler Bailey brought back a state championship in the pole vault from Happy Valley. If I knew how to get a hold of him, I'd get him to come be on the show tomorrow. I don't know how to get a hold of him. Maybe I can go through somebody to get him on because I want to, winning a state championship is a big deal. In any sport, anytime, anywhere you can bring home a state championship. In this great state, it's a big deal. So, anyway, I want to say thanks. Going to wrap up the show. Good way we ran over. That's okay. Doesn't matter. We ain't got nothing else to do except go home and mow the yard. So, thank you again for being a part of the show. We'll do it again tomorrow. We'll be at Food City right down the street. Coach Presley will be one of our guests. David Lyons will join us tomorrow from Brummett Sports Shop. And so I do want to say thank you, as always, for being on the show and watching the show and liking and sharing the show. And so we're well on our way to another year of 1 million views. We appreciate that very much. Hello, Johnny Markland. Hello to Derek Nave and Carl Wilson. And who else can we say hello to? Hello to Renee Birchfield. Awesome lady. She's always willing to send me information to help me out. Thank you. Keith Russell, Mary Weeks, Jackie Stevens, Patsy Lyons, Linda Birchfield, Heather McCurry, Angie Garland, Bettina Cannon. So Tammy Cole, Lucy Fortner, Coach Brian Jenkins. It goes on and on and on. Thank you all for watching. You can go back and like it and share it. We will rejoin you again tomorrow. We'll be at 11 o'clock, ready to go at Food City, right down the street with show number. Let's see what will it be tomorrow. Go back up here to my screen. 293, I think. Let's see what it's going to be. There it is. 2294 tomorrow. Will be show number 2294 tomorrow. We'll join you again from Food City to bring you a whole new set of guests and see what's going on today. You've got the doubles and singles tennis going on. We've got several kids we told you earlier playing. You've got Unicoi County softball playing today. You've got, what did I say, Greenville baseball playing. You've got North Green softball playing. We'll leave somebody out. I'm doing this from memory.
University High is playing. We told you Providence Academy's still playing in the state tournament, so we'll let you know how these teams did tomorrow. Tennessee plays Texas at 3 o'clock in baseball in the SEC in Hoover, Alabama. We'll let you know how that goes tomorrow. We're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. We'll rejoin you tomorrow. Thanks for watching show number 2293 from the Eagle Center Antique Store in downtown Elizabeth. And for Tammy Troutman, the owner, this is Tom Thurston as always. Bloom where you're planted. And win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number 2293 from the Eagle Center.